What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome back to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. We're gonna be watching the Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez fight tonight. So right now we have Antoine Gary Russell getting that's fighting now. And I don't want to tear their names up, but Santana Lily, I have to zoom in, but here it's a pretty good fight right now. So, you guys give me a second. Like I said, we're getting set up and we're getting ready. I just want to come on in and give you tonight's fight. So I'm going to turn the volume up a little bit to make sure you guys can hear. So hold on.
Former UFC star Romero said that KFC 94 going toe-to-toe in a bare-knuckle boxing showdown Saturday, September 26th at the AO Arena in Manchester, England. Joel Romero is a special.
What's up? What's up? My bad, everybody. Let me make sure I can be heard first too. So give me a second, everybody. All right, I'm just trying to make sure I can be heard. Okay, so we can be heard. So what's going on out there to everybody? What up, though, YouTube? What up, though, Facebook? We are live. We are waiting on the main event. You got your Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. Right now, we're watching Gary Antonio Russell fight for the bantamweight belt. I have to look at it again. I forget which belt it is, but they're a pretty decent fight. Okay, so I definitely can be heard. I'm just checking my audio and video. So what up, though, to everybody out there? Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday night. We are live. We're watching the prelims of the Rolly Romero Teofimo Lopez fight tonight. Right now, you got Antonio Gary Russell in there fighting for a bantamweight belt. I forget which belt it is. It may be the IBF. And I cannot, and I don't want to tear his last name up who he's fighting right now. Yeah, but hopefully everybody's having a good night. The comment section is open. I definitely want you guys to comment, interact, give me your thoughts on who are you rolling with on tonight's main event, Rolly or Teofimo. Who you got? Who you picking? Should be some pretty good, and I believe this is the start of the championship rounds here. So we probably have like a couple more fights before the main event tonight. I cannot show the fights because copyrights, infringements, and things like that. So I will commentate and give my best. Somebody made a comment. I don't know what the first thing saying because it's not in English. He said, "But do you like Palestine?" Hey, look, I don't have a problem with nobody who don't have a problem with me. So, that's a crazy question. Why would I have a problem with Palestine? Palestine ain't did shit to me. Do you have a problem with America? Nope, I don't have a problem with nothing. As long as you ain't fucking with me or my family. But I think that's something you might want to ask your Republicans. But what's good, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a good night. And I don't know. You should have. I don't know your name, and should have put your name in English. That way, I can call you by your name. But I think it's at 9:39. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like and you share. Are you into boxing, man? Who you picking in tonight's fight tonight? You got Romero versus Teofimo Lopez tonight in our main event. Right now, we are just watching the prelims. You have Antonio Gary Russell fighting tonight. What up, though, Joe? Yep. So right now, man, we're just waiting for the main event. Just sitting here watching the prelims. Cannot show the fight. It is a good fight thus far. Just show a glimpse there in the corner. Really good fight, man. So not at 9:39, man. Who you going with? Who are you liking in this fight? And what up, though, to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram? Checking out tonight's fight. We are in the prelims watching Antonio Gary Russell fight. And I don't want to tear his name up. I'm trying to pronounce his last name. It's a really, really good fight. Santillion is his last name. And this is 5 of 12 rounds. So Santillion he's been the aggressor. He's popping the jab, but Antonio looked pretty good, man. Throwing a lot of combinations. But he looked good. A lot of people say he's the best. He was at one point the best out of the Russells, but due to I forget what injury or what happened, he kind of fell off for a second. But tonight he's looking good, man. He's getting ready to fighting for a title tonight. So hopefully he can come away victorious tonight against Santillion. But I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And we also need for you guys to make sure that you're hitting that like and you're sharing. Therefore, these videos are getting put in a YouTube algorithm. But give me your thoughts on tonight's main event. Who are you guys rocking with? Who you rolling with? Rolly Romero or Teofimo Lopez? I tell you what, St. Lillian, he came to fight tonight. He's the aggressive out of two. Antonio, man. Antonio better believe that old boy came to fight tonight. I tell you that. But if you guys are not fighting fans, tonight is a great night to watch. A good night of boxing. There's going to be some good, prelim championship fights leading up into tonight's bout versus Rolly and Teofimo. But Antonio, man, he's looking, like I said, he's looking pretty decent tonight. He's looking pretty good. He's not the aggressor out of the two. He's looking to be the counter fighter, keeping his distance. Looking good with that left hand and that right hand. Digging hard to the body. Hitting with some sharp shots. But the comment section is open. I need for you guys to comment, interact with your boy, ask me some questions, give me your thoughts, your opinions on who do you think is going to win this main event. Like I said again, the main event is going to be Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. So I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. I would love to hear your opinion. And if one of you guys want to come on here, if you're fight fans, you want to come on here, put your email in the comments. I'll bring you on up here, and you're more than welcome to join your boy live up here, and you can chop it up with me, and we can discuss tonight's fight. I tell you what, Saint Tillian, and he's looking good, man. He's throwing a lot of combinations, a lot of jabs. When the fight gets close, the fight goes to Antonio. He's throwing more combinations, but this is a pretty good fight. And it looked like Antoine Gary Russell was cut. I can't show the fight. I'll show glimpses here and there, but we can't show really any live main coverage of the fight, but I'll give you guys glimpses here and there. But yeah, it looked like Antonio was cut, and that's a bad cut. Maybe due to a headbutt. Let's see. Okay, that's the difference. I got to see which one of these guys are softball. I did see heads collide, but I don't think that was enough to.
He hasn't really been getting warm, but look, this is the exchange that could be dangerous towards the end of the round. Exchanging my hooks with something else. Round your control and just too much working.
Okay, here we go. Round 6 of 12. Wow, these fights getting up there. These rounds are coming quick, I should say. Well, here we go. Round 6. Antoine Gary Russell in the middle round, popping that jab, hitting with that 1-2. Okay, so Antoine is Antonio is the left-hander, I should say. So I'm a left-hander, so I have something for left-handers. Every time I see a left-hander in there, I tend to, go with the left hand because, I'm a lefty. I'm unorthodox. A left-hander, I should say. I can't even get the word out tonight. But he's looking good, man. I would love for him to apply a little bit more pressure, because Santillion, man, he came to fight. He's putting a lot of pressure on Antonio. We got BJ3. I sent him out a link too to come join us. I may have to call him again and let him know that I sent him a link out. Ooh, good uppercut right here. Russell, man, hey, that boy, he got some quickness to him. The corner did a good job at that cut. I did not see any blood coming from that cut, so I will give thumbs up to his cut man. Did a really good job. But Santillion, man, he's a really good fighter. This is a good fight. Let me know if you guys can hear the when I'm not talking, the commentary from the announcers, because I actually want you guys to hear what's going on when I'm not talking. So the comment section is open. I definitely would love to hear you guys' comments, your response on what do you think tonight's main event, the outcome is going to be, who you guys rolling with, Romero or Teofimo Lopez. Good shot, Russell. Antonio's looking good, man. Like I said, they say he's the better out of all the Russells who's fighting. We know Gary Antoine Russell has just recently won the belt. And then we have the second brother getting ready to who's fighting for a belt right now tonight. Hey, I tell you what, Russell need to get up out of that corner. And Santiago, he throwing punches with bad intentions. And Santiago is not he's not a pushover. To me, he looks like a skilled fighter. I'm not too familiar with who he is, who the last person or some of the people he fought, I should say. But he's definitely has a skill set, and he's an aggressive fighter. He's coming to win this fight. Las Vegas, Nevada tonight. Who are you guys rolling with? Rolio Romero or Teofimo Lopez? You know, should be a good fight tonight. Who you rolling with? Who you rolling with? You know, I cannot show, any of the fight due to copyright infringements, but I'm going to do my best job at, giving you guys full fight commentary tonight. So I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Give me your thoughts. The comment section is definitely open. I would love to hear your opinion, your thoughts on tonight's fight and tonight's prelims. There's some pretty good prelim fights, man. If you guys are not doing nothing and you guys are fight fans, definitely tune in. It's been some good fights. It's over on the zone too, so you guys got the zone. I advise you guys to tune in, but if not, stay here tuned in to your boy. I'm gonna give you good full fight commentary. Here we go, round 7 of 12 rounds of this championship bantamweight fight. Hey, I tell you what, Antonio, man, he's looking real good, well polished. He got that right hand jab popping and definitely letting that left hand go behind it. They're throwing combinations too. What up, though, to everybody over there on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram? You are live with your boy Dame D. Fight night, we always try to make sure that we keep you guys in tune, try to keep you guys up on all the fights. Whoa, okay. But yeah, this is a good fight, man. Like I said, definitely if you guys have the zone, tune in over to Zone. It's live. You have Antonio Russell in their fight now versus Santiago, which is a really good fight. So the comment section is open. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Tune in, chime in with your boy, give me your thoughts. Are you guys fight fans or are you guys just glancing through? And some fights like these are good fights for young youth, for young up and coming fighters, especially in this smaller weight division to watch, because this weight division, man, it's a lot of action. These guys stay busy. And then you get to see the skill sets from the fighters. That's why I love watching the smaller fighters fight. You will see, don't get me wrong, because I love to see them big boys in there throwing them punches too. But when the smaller fighters, the smaller weight classes, I should say, you see a lot of the skill set. And Antonio, man, he's looking really, really good. His skill set, he's not the aggressor out of the two, but I tell you what, he's throwing a lot more combinations. He's going to the body. He's looking a little bit more, I'm not going to say busy, because San Ilya, he's the aggressor out of the two. And don't get me, and I don't want to, I may be pronouncing his last name wrong. Santiago, I believe it's maybe his first name, San Ilya. But we got a few people in here watching. Give me your thoughts on tonight's main event. We got Rolio Romero getting ready to face off against Teofimo Lopez. Right now, we are still in the prelim stage. We have a few championship bouts before the main event tonight. But I'm going to do my best job at making sure that I give you guys a good full fight commentary. Let me know if you guys can hear when I'm not talking, the commentators in the background, because I actually want you guys to hear the full fight commentary too, and I will turn the speakers up.
Time for the takeover. Very proud of his Honduran roots. Sergio, what kind of performance are you expecting from him tonight? Listen, I expect Teofimo to bounce back. That's what he does after losses,
Okay, so and this will be after a loss. Got Teofimo coming in with his wife and his son. He looked ready. So I want to say what up, though, to everybody out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. We are live on all 3 platforms tonight. Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be a good fight tonight, man. Hopefully, I just want to see a good evenly match bout tonight, action packed. I'm not gonna give my predictions on this fight tonight. Well, just at least just not right now. But we got a few people watching our comment. The comment section is open. If you guys are watching the fight, give me your thoughts, give me your opinion on what you think. This Antonio Russell, and I'm tearing his last name up, but Santiago fight, I should say. I'm gonna just say Santiago. And like I said, and like the commentator just said, Antonio, man, he's looking to me. He looks really good. Um, when the fight is up close, he's throwing, a lot. He's going to the body a lot, throwing a lot of combinations. He's trying to keep his distance. Santiago wants the fight to be up close, to be an advantage for him. But so far it's a pretty good fight. They have Antonio Russell winning 70-63 is what the course scorecard is saying now. But I will give the fight so far from what I see to Russell. I didn't tune in to the beginning rounds, kind of tuned in late. But Santiago, he looks pretty good, man. This is a real good fight. He definitely came to fight. He's bringing the pressure. He's bringing, the fight out of Antonio. Okay, look like we had some type of Aiden Ross thing going on too live tonight. So I may have to tune into that and see what's the deal with that. But like I said, man, the comment section is open. I would definitely love to hear you guys' thoughts on tonight's fights. We should have BJ3 coming in to join us on tonight's fight too, to give us his thoughts and his commentary on the main event and and the rest of these prelim fights. I'm going to send him another invite too. Yeah, and even though Santiago is the aggressor and he's probably coming forward a lot of his punches is not landing. Okay, I'm sending another invite out to BJ3. So BJ3 should be joining us soon. So we got a few people here watching us, man. We need to make sure you guys continue to hit that subscribe button. We need to make sure you guys are sharing and liking. Therefore, this content get out there and it stays in the YouTube algorithm. And everybody over there on Facebook, I need for you guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, come over here on YouTube, subscribe to that channel, hit that subscribe button, and you can come right back to Facebook and continue watching us over there. So what up, though, to all my people over there on Facebook? What up, though, to everybody over there on Instagram also, too?
Someone who does not like the limelight. She doesn't like the shine. How do you feel about that walk? She said, I don't really know what to do.
You know what? I have never seen they have never saw it in the boxer's corner, and I don't know if that would be if that's bad. But they never have fans blowing on the fighters in the corner, to cool them down. It seemed like that would be very, very beneficial to a fighter if they were allowed to do that. So they probably banned, and they're probably not allowed to have, things like fans in there to cool the fighter down. But it seemed like they would. But here we go. Round 9. These rounds are blowing past. You have Santiago versus Antonio Russell. Comment in the comment section. Let me know if you guys, when I'm not talking, if you guys can hear the audio of the commentators in the background. If not, I will turn it up a little bit. Oh, okay. In the middle of the round, banging it out. Okay, the fight stats is total punch and strong 422 to 463 for Russell. Yeah, pretty much. Antonio is the busier of the two. He's landed more shots. At this point, Santiago Corner needs to be telling him he needs a knockout to win this fight. Good body shot. See, and that's what I love about Antonio when he gets close and get to the body versus holding on. He's digging to that body. Now he's starting to be an aggressor, starting to dig in and put Santiago onto the ropes. And the body shots, boy, take a lot away from you in these later rounds. It take the win from you, and it takes, a lot of the fight that you had out of you. Okay, we got a few people watching, man. Make sure you guys are hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing. Therefore, more people will see the content and we'll stay in the YouTube algorithm over here. But it's a pretty good fight, man. This is nine rounds out of 12. If you ask me, give my opinion, Antonio is winning this fight. Oh, and here we go. It's the end of the ninth round, getting ready to leading up into the 12th round. So look, you guys, give me your opinion on what do you think tonight's main event is going to be about. Like I said, I want to see a great action-packed fight. I'm not picking. I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't have any money betting on that fight. But if I had to pick, which I'm not going to give my decision. I'll wait for the fight to start. I want to see both fighters and I want to see the weight and the matchup. Before I give my decision. But a lot of people was picking Teofimo. I normally would like to go with the underdog, which is probably going to be. Really, it shouldn't be Rolly because he's the champ, I believe. But I don't know if he's fighting for his belt or Teofimo, and I don't know if Teofimo has a belt. Meaning that he just good shot. Meaning that he just lost to the last bout. But Antonio is landing some shots. But here we go. Round 10. We are in the championship rounds. Okay, so they just in the middle around popping jabs, but really the corner of Santiago really needs to be telling their fighter that he needs to knock out to win this fight. Because at this point, he's down, he's losing by it's going to be about good left hand. It's going to be a unanimous decision if he don't pick up the pace. The hell yeah, that was a haymaker he threw. He tried to knock him out with that shot. Oh my God, I wish I can show you how this fight is. It's some good fight. Hopefully, the next couple of prelims be exciting and and it's physical and as busy as this fight. And this is what I like about the smaller fighters. You get to see a lot of the skill set, a lot of combinations thrown and things like that. So for young fighters, these are the fights that you want the young fighters coming up watching. Meaning that, they're going to go through these weight divisions and things like that, and it just gives them, a clue of what their stance, what their technique should look like. Ooh, good shot. Good fight. Ooh, Gary just hit him with an overhand left hook. Santiago taking some shots. He definitely has a chin. Most fighters probably would have went down by now from them left hands. But he's still coming forward. He still has a lot of spunk in his punches too.
talks about winning that championship, just an interim title on the line in this fight, but it takes it one step closer to becoming the third after this man to be a world champion. And hitting the 30s is exactly
Okay, so
you can't be fighting when so good. The older you get, the more effect it has on you. That's challenging too because he's been largely operating without a problem, kind of out the box abilities. That's the reason for being into.
yeah, and for the most part, man, Russell is keeping his distance. He's winning this fight. He know it. Popping that jab. And it looks like Santiago is just, in my opinion, he's not trying to win this fight because if he was, he would be putting that pressure, cutting his ring off. He's just trying to, in my opinion, just trying to make it to the 12th and final round. Which he still has a lot of fight in him. He's not totally too drained, but his corner needs to be telling him in his 11th round coming out that he definitely needs this knockout. What up though to everybody out there just watching the channel, watching tonight's fight. If you guys are not, go over on to the over on the Zone. The fight is live over there. That's where we watching this coverage from. But if not, stay tuned in to your boy. I'm going to do my best at giving you full fight commentary tonight. Hit that subscribe button too, and make sure that you share and you like. Therefore, more people will be able to come to the channel. We'll stay prevalent in the YouTube algorithm. Here we go, round 11 of 12. Championship rounds coming up. Okay, we go round 11. Gary Russell coming out in the middle of the ring. He's throwing combinations. Hold on, we got two lefties against two lefties. I just realized that. Unless Santiago just switched up to lefty. But I tell you what, the cut man of Russell did an excellent job on that cut, because he was cut into, and in my opinion, it looked pretty bad, but I have not saw it since that since that cut happened. Both fighters look well conditioned, like they can go 12 rounds. Santiago is losing. He doesn't look too winded. He's taking a lot of shots from Russell. He's, and Russell is really not throwing too many shots, but the shots that he is throwing, he's landing a lot of those shots. And what I don't understand about fighters, man, and corners, when you know that your fighter is down, you have to ring that red alert, that red bell, let them know they got to go out and get everything they got. You need a knockout, and he is not out there looking like he's going for the knockout. At some point, you got to cut that ring off and. Throw some bombs. I'm not saying that he's not trying to, throw punches or trying to land shots, but he got put a little bit more urgency on it, I should say. Say zero respect for Santiago. And really what's going on, Santiago just out there following him around, man. I'm not saying that he's not being busy, but he's acting like he don't want to win this fight, that he don't want to win this belt. Yeah, pretty much it's a little bit too late, for Santiago. And that's a fact. I mean, Russell look good, man, and he can, in my opinion, he can be really good in that division, depending on some of the names they're getting ready to name off. So what's up, man? I need y'all guys to leave a comment. Give me your thoughts. The comment section is definitely open. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts, your opinion on tonight's fight, on tonight's main event. This has been a pretty good preliminary fight thus far. Pretty action packed. A lot of shots been thrown. To look like two lefties in there. I don't know if Santiago switched lefty in that last round, but this is a really good fight between two lefties. Good left hand, and I will say Santiago has a pretty good chin because most fighters would have went down, with that left hand shot that he just threw.
Nice shots like that. You would think that Santiago would be able to those shots.
He got hit with a brick. Yep, here we go. The 12th and final round. Will Santiago go for the knockout? He got knocked down himself. Wow. He just got knocked down himself. And I missed it. I just turned my head for a second. Here we go. Russell gonna probably try to go for the knockout now. Santiago holding on. Russell going for the knockout. Yeah, that was crazy. He dropped it. I missed it, but I know it was a left hand. He tried to catch him with that left. And Santiago need to be throwing some lefts of his own. Why he got Russell coming trying to stop him, he may be able to catch him with a left of his own. You know what I mean? Santiago is definitely holding on. Okay, just caught it to the right. But this fight is over. It's a minute and 27 seconds left. Antonio is trying to go for the stop in his final and 12th round. At this point, Santiago is just trying to hold on and make it to the final and 12th into the end of this round, I should say. Sorry about that. But I can't wait to see that knockdown again. Yeah, that's what Santiago got to do. He got to throw some haymakers of his own. Yeah, Russell definitely turned it up in that 12th round. But for the most part, it looked like Santiago has gained a little bit of his legs back, and Russell has, pretty much stopped the onslaught. And, is gonna take it to the decision. Ooh, good left hand, another left hand. Santiago said no, it didn't hurt him. He's on the rope. The ref got to break it up. 23 seconds left. If Antonio is going to do it, he got 20-something seconds left to try to get this stoppage. Here we go, the last 10 seconds. All right, so 12th and final round. This is it. So here we go. Take your decision. Yeah, it was definitely a domination. It was a good fight. That's what I wanted to see, a good action-packed fight. Yeah, what's up? What up, though, to everybody out there on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram? We are waiting for this Romero, Teofimo, Lopez fight tonight. Who do you guys picking? The comment section is open. I definitely would love to hear you guys' opinion, your thoughts on tonight's fight. Hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are making sure that you hit that share and that like. Therefore, many people will be able to see this content, and we'll stay prevalent in the YouTube algorithm. Yep, so we got a few people watching. So, and I also want to hear you guys' your comments on these prelims if you've been watching them, and then on tonight's main event. Who you going with? Okay, so that was a left-handed a left-handed he dropped him with. at the beginning of this final 12th round. Yeah, but oh boy, he ain't want that smoke. Give me you guys his comments, man. What you think Rolly gonna do tonight? You think Rolly gonna put up a fight, or do you think he gonna be the Rolly of, I ain't gonna say of the old, but you know, and don't get me wrong, I like Rolly, but I'm really not a big Rolly fan. You know, a lot of these fighters, in my opinion, especially in that welterweight division, you know, and your boy said it best, Floyd Mayweather Jr. A lot of those fighters, man, that's fighting for belts and that has belts, don't even deserve to be fighting or have those belts. You know, and I asked the question to BJ3, what do y'all think about, you know, the streets and what they have done to the boxing game, like as far as taking these fights, you know, a lot of these main events that we normally see in Vegas overseas. What do you think about that? Do you think it, you know, takes away from, you know, American boxing? And do you think it just takes away from boxing, you know, at a whole? You know, so give me guys' opinion on it. You know, do you think boxing should stay here in the States, especially the main events? You know, don't get me wrong. I understand, you know, when the boxers take these fights, you know, because a lot of these boxers, you know, have been making their payday, you know, so get your money. So Gary Antonio Russell is victorious. There we go. Nope, so it was a good fight. Yeah, that was a really, really good fight. Yeah, he looked good. They definitely got a family of fighters that can fight. Good fight, good fight. You know, and that's what it's about, man. You know, that's a family that band together, that stays together. You know, father used to train all of the brothers. You know, the father died, and then one of the other brothers took over coach. You know, that's what it's about, man. You know, so I give that family nothing but, you know, kudos. Yep. So I don't know how many more prelims we got until the main event, but you know, we're gonna watch and cover every fight. You know, give you guys full fight commentary to all the fights tonight. You know, I wish I could show the fight, but we cannot due to YouTube and copyright infringements and things like that. So I will not be able to show the fight tonight, but I'm going to do my best at entertaining you guys and give you guys my best full fight commentary. He was doing good inside at that time when he was clinching, he was working a free hand. The hook was there a lot, especially southpaw against southpaw. Okay, so just making sure I can be heard and you guys can hear me clearly. But yeah, man, that last fight was a pretty good fight. Now I don't know who's coming up next, but like I said, at the end of the day, I want to see some great fights. You know, and that's all you can ask for is you know, good competition. This was a good fight to the end. You know, they just didn't put us no bullshitting ass fight card. And I hate when, you know, you have those bullshitting ass fight cards where, you know, they just throw anybody out there. No, this was actually a great fight. Yeah. So what's up? What up, though, to everybody out there? Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday night. You guys can be anywhere in the world, but you guys chose here to be with me, your boy, Dame D, over here on the What Up, Though show. You know, we're getting ready to watch this Romero Teofimo Lopez fight tonight. We just got through watching Antonio Gary Russell win his bantamweight fight tonight. It's a good fight, good entertaining fight tonight. So we're waiting on the next preliminary fight to come up.
he's looking down proud and smiling, and I'm sure he's having a good time as well watching his boys go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If you're not subscribed to the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got a few people here watching. We just recently went over 1K. We need to continue to keep that streak going. So I need for you guys to hit that button and make sure that you're liking and sharing too. Therefore, this content and these videos stay prevalent and we stay in the YouTube algorithm. That's what it's up. That's what it's about over here. We're trying to give you guys good entertainment for these fights. Wish we can show them, but YouTube will not allow us to show these fights. But I'm going to do like I said, I'm going to do my best at giving you guys the full fight commentary. Keep you guys update on round and round update, stat for stat, punch for punch. So right now we are waiting on the next group of fighters to come on out. I don't know who's next, so once they come out, I'll announce the fighters and we'll go from there. But hopefully you guys can hear the commentary in the background. So I'll be quiet for a second and let you guys hear what they're talking about.
Next fight tonight features Cuban middleweight Joanne Hernandez, who is big, he's strong, he's heavy-handed.
Okay, we got some middleweights coming up next. Hernandez versus Varane. Okay, so this should be a pretty good, interesting fight. We got a brother getting ready to come up against the other. Yeah. What I mean, the other is somebody from the other country. Yep, so if you guys are not fight fans, tonight will be a good night for you guys to become, fight fans and watch some good action-packed fights tonight. You got your main event coming up, Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. A lot of people is leaning on Teofimo. I just want to see a good action-packed fight tonight. I don't have any dogs in this fight per se. But if I had to pick, I'll give you guys my decision after the fighters get in the ring and getting around. Like I said, I want to see the stats. I want to see the reach, who has to reach, who has to height, and I think Rolly is the younger out of the two, so I know Rolly has the youth on his side.
Yeah. What do you got? Taking the Raptors to cover the spread. Well, if you're right about
Yeah, but the comment section is open. I definitely want you guys to comment, interact with your boy. You're more than welcome to. If anybody want to come up here and join me and give me your thoughts, and I'll bring you on up here. You can join me live. So all you have to do is put your email in the comments, and I'll bring you on up here if you want to join me live. We waiting on matter of fact, let me give BJ3 a call, because I sent him I sent you out an email. Right now, Antonio Russell just went out. He won the fight, so I'm live now. Well, he just won it. I think it was some type of international, something like that. Wasn't a world title. Okay. All right, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know how many more fights. This was the first of the championship fight, so we may have a few more prelims before the main event. Okay. Okay, so that was BJ3. BJ3 is going to be joining us soon. But until then, we're waiting on the next set of preliminary fights. I don't know who this is. Oh, that was my granddaughter. If you see me, granddaughter, I am live during the fight. Get at me in a minute.
Welcome back, everybody. We are building up to tonight's WBA welterweight title fight between Romero and Teofimo Lopez. And after tonight, there's a whole run of other major fights coming up for you right here on the zone. Next weekend, 21.
I'll get with you in a minute, grandbaby.
Youngest heavyweight champion in history.
Okay, some good fights coming up. We got some more fights coming up next month. You got John Ruiz coming up September the 4th. You got Cruz versus Bravo September the 19th, and Canelo versus Billy on the and that's going to be a good fight October the 31st. That's going to be a real good fight. So we got they got some nice lineups, some good fights set up for us. Like I said, my question to you guys, what do you think about a lot of these fights being promoted by these sheiks and them taking a lot of the main events that will be over here in Vegas overseas? Do you think that's good for the game of boxing, or do you think boxing is an American? I'm not going to say American in sports, because and it should stay American side, for us. So give me your opinion on that. Do you think it's better for boxing to venture off overseas, or is it best for boxing to stay here in the United States, stay local, have a lot of the main events like we see here in Vegas? So give me your thoughts, give me your opinion on that. I would love to hear your thoughts and your comments on that. So interact with your boy. Try and interact with y'all.
That much money after Turkey in the last few years, every agent, yeah? They've had boxing deals, they've had darts deals, they've had snooker deals, they've had everything, yeah? And yet, they've got the audacity and cheek of thieving rats to ask for more money from one Turkey.
Okay, so we got a few people over there on Facebook that's watching, man. Look, I need for everybody that's watching me over on Facebook, make sure you guys come over here to the channel and hit that subscribe button, and you can come back over on Facebook and continue to watch your boy. But yeah, man, we're just live. We're waiting on this Romero, Teofimo, Lopez main event fight tonight. We are watching the prelims. And next we have look like we got a great middleweight fight getting ready to come up next.
On Friday to reiterate some of the things he said there. He said they can honor the contract that they signed to do the fight in the UK.
See, and wow, that's crazy. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but the question that I just asked, a lot of these fights stay here in the U.S. and then they're asking the question that Eddie Hearn should this fight that they're talking about stay in the U.K. or do they want to see the fight in New York? So I was spot on with that question. So yeah, man, hitting you guys with some fight stats, boxing stats, good questions. Would you like to continue to see the Sheik take a lot of these main events that we see here in the United States? Would you like to continue to see these fights taken over to see overseas to see these fights over there? In my opinion, boxing deserves to stay here in the United States. It's an American, sport. In my opinion, don't get me wrong. I understand the fighters have been making a lot of their money taking these fights with the sheiks overseas, make your money, but at the same time, I think it's taken away from, money, a lot of money out of, the Americans' hands.
A unified champion at 154 pounds, knocked out Xander Zayas to win 2 belts in this new class. Now he is
okay, Boots. Yeah, and that was a good fight with Boots, man. But man, I'm kind of on the fence with Boots. Don't get me wrong, I like Boots, but I think he was a little bit exposed to that fight because that fight could have went either way if old boy would have had, had it in.
It's been good to see you come to the middle. Nice to see you. We were shocked you're going to make it.
Yep. So we got a few people watching, man. Give me you guys' opinion tonight on tonight's main event. This Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. What do you guys got? Who you rolling with? In my opinion, I'm not going to give my thoughts. I just want to see a good, great action-packed fight tonight. It's going to be. I just want to see a good action-packed fight tonight. So give me you guys' thoughts. Give me your opinion.
Now you can relate to Teofimo Senior. One of the things we wanted to talk
Yep.
about is Gamer FC, which is your bare knuckle MMA promotion. They just signed a big global deal with this.
Yep. So and make sure you guys are making sure that you're liking and you share it and overall hitting that subscribe button to continue to help your boy out. The channel is growing. We got we just recently went over 1K, so I want to thank everybody who helped, who contribute to that. And we're just gonna continue putting out good content and continue to grow over here. Yep. So we're just waiting on this next set of fights to come up. Like I said, we're waiting on the main event to start up tonight.
So I'm so happy to partner up with the Zone. September 12th is the show.
You know, I tell you what, the Zone, boy, they definitely doing their thing. They've been putting on, you know, they've been hosting all these fights.
What is talked about the main event tonight as well, Teofimo Lopez? I know you got a close relationship.
So I'm gonna try to turn it up a little bit more so you guys can hear the fight commentary. Let me know if you guys can hear the fight commentary as well.
Oh, like since I met Teo, maybe 2020, his work ethic.
What the hell?
You know, when I came out here,
Ain't like my feel.
every time that we train together.
So how's everybody's Saturday night going on, man? It's Saturday night. We watching the fight together. Hell, could have been anywhere else, but y'all here with your boy Dame D. You know, so hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday night. Hopefully I'm entertaining you guys, giving you good full fight commentary. You know, right now, you know, we're kind of in an intermission. We're waiting on the next group of fighters to come out.
But I think he'll put it off. If his mind is right, he does well with guys to come forward, throwing bombs.
And both fighters are in the locker room, not warming up yet. I'll tell you in there.
I want to follow him without that. I'm going to see right after this.
You're going to go to the locker room?
I'm going to sit my boy down. Huge Rolly fan as well. Just being a very good, close personal relationship. But I'll definitely go by his locker room and I'll say what's up.
You won't be going to Rolly's locker room.
Yep. So you know, we just waiting on the next set of fighters to come out. Both fighters are in the locker room, not getting warmed up. I just showed Teofimo, Romy, he's in. He just showed a glimpse of Romy in there. I showed him. You know, I can't not show any of the fight too much of this. I don't want to get copywritten. You know, so I'll show you. I showed you guys a glance of both fighters. So we're just waiting on the next group of fighters to come on in.
We appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much. Congrats on the win for your son. Let's see if you get one with Teo as well. We're looking forward to September.
So how's everybody's Saturday night been going on, man? We are live. We are here Saturday night watching the fight. We got BJ3 that's going to be joining us soon, giving his full fight commentary with us. So, you know, we'll have BJ3 joining us soon.
Absolutely. I was pitching and we rolled Romero on the fight. Easily. The truth is, at this point,
Now, look, I want to ask y'all this question. Now, I'm a Clarissa Shields fan. You know, she just came on here talking about she absolutely believes that she can beat Romero in a fight. You know, now I'm a Clarissa Shields fan, but she will get her ass whooped. You know, she barking up. You know, which that'll never happen. But you know, cut it out.
Only out of women because there's only 3 people in their weight class. The self-proclaimed Whoa only had 3 people in their weight class. You're confusing the sport even more by turning everyone that you're going to fight men, and now they just see you as just delusion.
Right.
Kind of destroying.
I ain't gonna say delusional. You know, she's.
For women.
his fundamentals are not good. My fundamentals are great.
I agree with her on what she's saying for her as his fundamentals are not good, but I know, and I don't think she really think that she can get in there and do something wrong. She will get her ass whooped. You know, so right now she's doing nothing but trolling him, saying shit like that, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, that's my girl. I give her all the credit in the world for everything she's doing for the sports, for the sport, and for women in the boxing sport, I should say. You know, but she will not be able to do nothing with no man, especially with Rose. She will get her motherfucking ass mollywopped. You know, thinking she can do something with a man. You know, she couldn't even do nothing with some of the smaller, the bantamweight men. You know, a man is a man, a woman is a woman. You know, she needs to stay in their place.
He has power. That's all that really matters. Because if Rolling tricks her one shot, he's going to knock her out.
All right. Yeah, knock her the bug out.
You don't want to see this fight
You know, and that's exactly what be happening. So we need not to have women boxers talking shit to, you know, to men boxers, because I don't think you know, the women want to see that smoke, and I don't think, you know, the fans will want to see no shit like that neither.
We got one more fight to go before we get.
Okay, so we only have one more fight to go before the main event, you guys.
It's going to be Hernandez is hoping to prove that he is worthy of a world title shot next, but he can only do that if he can get past Argentina's Francisco Veron. This man looks scary.
Yeah, this look like this is gonna be a pretty good fight. You know, brother look good. So what's good, everybody, man? Hopefully everybody's having a great Saturday night. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the full fight commentary. We cannot show the fight. I would love to be able to show the fight if you guys are not able to watch it, but I'm going to continue to do my best at giving you guys full fight commentary. You know, we are one fight away from tonight's main event. You know, but this next fight look like this is going to be a pretty good fight. They're showing both of the fighters, and they both look pretty good. You know, so we're just waiting on this next set of fighters to come on out so we can get to this main event. Yeah, Hernandez look good, man. He looked really good, so I can't wait to see this fight. This look like this gonna be a real good fight next. You know, so look, the comment section is open. You guys give me your thoughts, give me your opinion on who you picking tonight. You know, like I said, a lot of people is going with Tio, you know, to win this fight. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm gonna wait for both fighters to come out. I want to see what both fighters look like once they get in that ring, and then I want to see the tail of the tape. I want to see who has the reach, who has the height, and who has the weight, I should say.
Personal look at El Diablo, Yoeli Hernandez.
Yep. So I'm glad you guys joined your boy. We just over here chilling, waiting on. Okay, so the tail of the tape of this fight is Hernandez is 29. He has Hernandez is 27 to no, sorry you guys. Hernandez is 29 to Vernon is 27. He's 6'2", and I missed that part because I fucked up. But my bad, you guys. Good. This is gonna be a good fight. 90% knockout power is what Hernandez has to Veron 58%. So there's about to be some bombs launched. Yeah, he definitely got some power. That means he's dropping bombs. Okay, so here we go. They're getting ready to bring out the second group of these fighters before our main event. So I'm gonna let you guys hear the commentary before I start my commentary. Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Recent loss of 200 members in our boxing fraternity. In 2015, a young Richard Colon was undefeated, and he suffered his very first loss in the ring, as he also suffered a very devastating injury. Now, after 10 plus years of struggle and bravery, we lost him to his injury. So at this time, we pause to recognize and extend a boxing tribute to Richard Colon. In addition, we just learned that last night, famed two-division world champion Zolani Tepe was killed and murdered outside of his home in South Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to ask you to rise and remain silent as our timekeeper tolls 10 in honor of these fallen warriors. And tonight, in memory of Richard Colon and also recognizing Zolani Tepe.
Moment of silence, y'all.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. May God rest their souls.
All right, there we go. There we go. Yep, but like I said, I cannot show any of the fight due to copyright infringement. But I'm going to do my best at giving you guys the full fight commentary tonight.
Here is the battle-ready contender introducing Francisco Daniel Verón.
That is the face of a brave man. He's heard all the boogeyman stories about his opponent.
Yeah, I guess you would hear a lot of boogeymans about your opponent if he had a 90% knockout rate. You know, so pretty much, man, he's taking a big chance. He's the younger out of the two fighters. You know, but hey, look, you want to be a champion, you want to be the best, you got to fight the best. So I give him all the credit in the world.
This is going to be an explosive fight.
His last fight was at 154 pounds. Back in his last six, he will get back up to 160 pounds to square off against Teofimo.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Got the first. You got Baran in the ring already. Now we are waiting on Hernandez to enter the ring tonight. Just like the devil. He coming out as the devil. All right. He said he about to take that man through hell, boy. You better be ready. 90% knockout rate. He said he bringing hell. He about to bring hell to this boy. You know, but I need you guys to make sure that you're hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you like it and you're sharing. Therefore, we stay prevalent in the YouTube algorithm. You know, and we are a fight away. Both fighters are in the ring now. We are one fight away from the Romero Teofimo Lopez fight. I need you guys to comment. I would love to hear your opinion on who you think is going to win tonight's fight. But right now, we got a banger that's getting ready to go down right here in front of us.
It is brought to you by TGB Promotions in association with Warriors Boxing and Pro Box Promotions. Sponsored by DraftKings.
It's going down.
And by Paramount Pictures, by any means. Get your tickets for by any means. Only in theaters. That is September
It's about to go down, you guys. Look at them combinations. See, that's how this how Spence should have been with that head move, throwing them punches left, right. You know, I messed my damn camera up. Hold on. Let me get you guys back in focus. Hold on. I'll put my damn cameras out of focus. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. There we go. There we go. My bad. I don't hit the camera and threw him out of focus with them shots. That's how Spence should have been though. Should have been throwing them shots, and rolling and throwing back, bam, bam. Your boy used to throw them hands. I still will throw them hands if I got to though. Threw my camera out of focus again. Hold on. There we go. I still will throw them hands as I got to. But here we go. He is age 27, 5'10", 159 pounds. So he has the youth, but he doesn't has the weight or the reach, and he don't got them bombs that Hernandez is throwing over there. So here we go. I'm gonna let you guys hear the announcement on Hernandez. So I mean on 6'2", 159. So they both did weigh the same weight. He's 29 years of age, 6'2", 159. El Diablo. Hard hitting El Diablo. So what he gonna do? What El Diablo gonna do? Because Hernandez, man, he's not a pushover over there neither. He looks pretty good, but you know, I'm going with, you know, my boy, the hard hitting Hernandez. You know, but here we go, man. Both fighters look good. Both fighters look in shape. Back to the corner, getting ready to go down. See, and these are fights that I like watching. You know, when you're, and I'm not even familiar with neither of these fighters, but it looked like it's about to be a banger.
This is the toughest test in his career. Francisco Barone, only one loss, and he's won 3 straight since that defeat and promises to give El Diablo hell tonight.
Here we go. Ooh, good job coming out. That uppercut was landed there. Okay. Ooh, I think he done hurt him already.
Squatting 160 pounds in the belt before, but he is
Hey, Hernandez throwing bombs. Moran look good too. You know, he has good technique, got a good jab. You know, but he definitely cannot get hit by that right hand. I see.
No, you guys are too sluggers, but here's the thing about Barone. He's a polished slugger. He's the type of guy that can man like say break.
Varone, you look like you got them hands too, though. You know, so Hernandez, you know, and I'll put it this way. Hernandez probably is the better skill. Hold on. Varone is probably the better skill fighter out of the two from what I'm seeing right now. So Hernandez is just that slugger, that hard hitter. You know, so he better watch out because Varone is a skilled fighter, and I can see it.
One that's similar in aggression to David Morrell.
You know, so he bet not underestimate the power and the skill set of Varone. You know, because just from the top, I can definitely see the difference between the skill set of the two. And if I had to say who had the better skill set, I would say Varane do. But who's the harder hitter? Most definitely Hernandez. Every time he throw a punch, it look like it hurt. So, but here we go. I'm gonna let you guys hear a little bit of the commentators' commentary. Good jab by Varone. Good right hand. Another good left hand by Hernandez. You know, I think if this, I think Hernandez may, if Hernandez can land some shots, you know, but if Varane can pop that jab and keep the distance away, he can win this fight. You know, but Hernandez, he's a hard hitter. You know, and it's going to be hard for Varane to stay away from that motherfucking right hand because he almost got hit with it right there. You know, because Varane is a good fighter, but he's not as fast as he needs to be to stay out of the way of these bombs. He better not. That was a good first round, man. Look, these are the type of fights that I like. That was a good first round. If I had to give that round to anyone, it would be it'll be Hernandez. I'll give it to Hernandez. You know, he's the champion. He probably was more aggressive that fight, but Varane, man, look good. You know, this is gonna be a good fight. You know, I don't have a dog in this fight. You know, I'm gonna go with the brother, of course. You know, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm gonna go with the may the best man win this fight. But I will say that I like Varane, man. I do like him. You know, but the thing with him, he's gonna have to definitely use a lot of head movement. You know, because he definitely don't want to walk into that right hand because that right hand looked like it hurt.
it'll serve the wrong right to start boxing. You know, you gotta look
That's what I said. He got to be the boxer. He can't fall into that slugging match with the slugger
a little bit more, try to get
because he trying to catch him too.
into a shot.
You know, and Hernandez got he got a lot of confidence. You know, but you know he's fighting against a pretty good skilled fighter.
For the World Championships 2023. Almost quit the sport because he couldn't find any.
You know, the comment section is open, you guys. Don't be afraid to comment. I want you guys to interact. This is a good fight. You know, so Hernandez, man, like I said, he's out there slugging, looking for the knockout. He's really not the better skilled fighter of the two. You know, he's the more hard hitter of the two. You know, but I like Verone too, man. He's the better skilled fighter of the two. You know, he's popping that Verone, popping that jab, popping that 1-2, working that right hand off of that jab. Ooh, good 1-2 by Hernandez that just knocked him to the ring. So yeah, most definitely, man. Verone is gonna have to use a little bit of a lot of head movement and you know, and stay out of the way of that motherfucking right hand. So he's gonna have to circle to that left. Yeah. You know, and pretty much, man, he gonna have to hit Hernandez with some shit to, you know, to back him up, to make him think. You know, like, okay, I don't want to get hit with this shit neither. You know, because right now, what up though? At Mustaf, I can't pronounce that. Farrelland 4583 said, Wu-Tang is for the children. Y'all heard? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, are you watching the fight, man? You know, so right now, man, the both fighters are still really pretty much trying to fill each other out there in the middle of the ring. You know, like I said, Varane is the better skilled fighter out of two. Hernandez is pretty much just trying to land bombs and drop bombs. No, but don't get me wrong, man. I like Varane. He's throwing a lot of punches. He's throwing more combinations. He's the busier out of the two. Hernandez is trying to, like I said, at every punch, trying to not go for the knockout. You know, but Hernandez is the busier out of two, busier fighter out of two, and probably landed more shots out of the two. But you know, Hernandez out there trying to play with him, you know, but, you know, Varane probably has landed more shots and Hernandez has probably landed more power shots out of the two. Okay, thanks for the sub, man. Appreciate the sub. But yeah, tonight we're waiting on the main event, Romero versus Teofimo Lopez, man. Who you got in tonight's fight? Mafasta Farzla, man. I'm tearing your name up. I don't have my glasses on. Let me zoom in on that. Sorry about that. You know, who you got in tonight's fight? Let me zoom in so I can see that. Okay, Musta Farlane 4583. I'm a sub. Thanks for reminding me. I'm hopping to Paramount now. Okay, man, it's a good fight, a really good fight tonight. You know, this has been a really good fight. This is the last fight until we get to the main event. You know, Hernandez is looking good. He's the stronger out of two, but Varane, man, he's the better skilled fighter out of the two, in my opinion. Ooh, good 1-2. Good uppercut, and Varane is throwing that uppercut. He just caught Hernandez with a hook, but didn't affect him. Hernandez, man, hey, Hernandez better watch out. Watch my words, y'all. And I'm actually going for Hernandez, and I like Hernandez. You know, but he's tending to leave himself open when he comes in with those hooks. But I tell you what, he's throwing them old school Mike Tyson punch out uppercuts.
This is the first time I've heard a team say that he wants to imitate a Mexican style. I just don't get that. I mean, growing up,
What's wrong with Mexico?
No, something wrong with the last time I could.
What up, though? We got a few people out there watching, man. We need to make sure that y'all liking and y'all sharing. And most of all, hitting that subscribe button. And I want to thank everybody who's making those. And I would love to hear you guys' comment. Who you think gonna win this Romero Teofimo Lopez fight tonight? We one fight away from this main event. Pretty good fight versus Hernandez and Veron tonight. Yeah, Fernandez, man, all he throwing is really bombs. So if I had to say who's winning this fight, this is 3 out of 10. I'll give it to Veron, man. He's throwing. He's the more. I'm not gonna say physical, but he's throwing. He's the more aggressive out of the two, throwing more punches. Probably landing more punches, but oh, was that a knockdown? Not a knockdown. He's not hitting. He's not landing the harder power punches out of the two, though.
It looked like Hernandez might have snuck a body shot.
Good shot by Hernandez.
Was aggressive, loading up on every shot.
Yes, he's definitely loading up on every shot. But he better watch it. He's getting a little bit flashy out there, leaving himself open. But like I said, man, Veron, man, he's gonna have to show a little bit more quickness, a little bit more head movement because he just got caught with a nice 1-2. Hernandez, man, got a little bit. Even though I said he's not the skilled two out of the two, he showed a lot of potential. He's kind of reminding me of your boy. Give me a second. It'll come to me in a second, but that's who he's reminding me of. It'll come to me in Ennis. Moose Ennis with his unorthodox style of fighting.
Cut a little short. I understand you got more information to give.
Yeah, I had more to get out, Todd. And speaking of the 160-pound division, Xander Zayas, the former unified champion at 154, is set to join it. Zayas, I'm told, is targeting a February return at 160 pounds. He's moving up after that loss to Gerard Ennis back in June. The plan, I'm told, is to get Zayas a top 15 opponent around February and then look for a world title fight later next year. Ramon trying to run that right, but look at that short right hand, sneaky tight right hand. Just that shot for run coming in.
What up, though, to everybody out there on Facebook? What up, though, to everybody out there on YouTube, man? We are watching the last preliminary fights. Getting ready for this main event coming up. Romero versus Teofimo Lopez. But this is the last. This is a good fight versus Hernandez versus Veron, man. A really good fight. If you guys have the zone going on over there and watch it, Hernandez is throwing bombs. I like Veron, man. He's the better skill fighter out of the two. But Hernandez is the dog, the animal, trying to drop bombs. But like I said, I like both fighters, man. This is a really good fight. Ooh, good right hand by Hernandez.
You need size against this man. You need power. You need a lot.
Yeah, see, and what Veron is going to do, man, he's going to continue. He's just going to have to stay busy, keep popping that jab. Do not let Hernandez run up in there because he throwing punches with bad intentions, I tell you. He's going to need to go to that body.
Always looking forward. Here's Hernandez.
There's punches for one. He's in there. The fighter is not stepping back. He's not hurting. He's not really changing.
See, and Veron, man, he got to start going to that body. He's staying busy throwing a lot of 1-2s, but he got to start bringing it down too. Throw that 1-2 to the body. 1-2 back to the other side. 1-2 uppercut.
He did wait for the translation, and he said yes.
And when you got a motherfucker that got a 90% knockout rate, he throwing them hard too. You know, and this is only 4 out of 10. You know, both fighters are starting to slow up. Verone, he better stay busy. You know, because that's the only way that he's going to be able to keep Hernandez from not knocking him out. Is, you know, his offense is going to be his defense, pretty much. Pretty much he in there with like he said, a beast, a ox. Ooh, right back with that right hand. Yeah, man. Look, this is a good fight, you know. Like I said, Verone, he's gonna have to pick things up a little bit. You know, even though, in my opinion, he's winning this fight. You know, but he also looks like he's starting to wear down too. You know, but hope you guys can hear when I'm not talking, and I'm not talking as much too, so you guys can hear the commentary. Let me know if you can hear the when I'm not talking, the fighters commentary too. Live from Vegas. How's everybody's Saturday night been going? Hopefully everybody's having a great night. Enjoying the full fight commentary we got over here with you guys. Cannot show the fight due to copyright infringements because but we're still gonna try to do our best at giving you guys the you know, a great full fight commentary. All right, here we go. Round 5 of 10. Okay, all right. You got Moraga Hernandez in the corner. I don't know why you think that's the hitting with a shot that I missed, but hey, that's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to bring it to Hernandez. If you want to win this title, you want to win this fight, you got to bring it to the champion. That's what Ron is going to have to do. You know, you got to let the bully know that you can't be bullied and you're not scared.
Yeah, I've got it 4-0 in favor of the Hernandez, I think.
They got it up in favor of Hernandez. I had it in favor of Ron. Oh, shit. And I said he was landing into more power shots, but was he landing into more shots? But the judges, and so not the official judges, but the commentators has Hernandez winning every round.
Argentinian guys, pride, some of the best fighters in the world. But what we're seeing with Francisco Horn, I think the one-sided fight, Hernandez is dominated, but never empty in the pride and the try to win in Verone.
Yeah, Verone gonna have to step it up, man. Mufasta Fairslane made another comment. He said, "Damn man, I missed the fight, man. I'm gonna give you the full fight commentary over here, man. If you don't have the zone, it's over on the zone. If you want to watch it, you know we're still one fight away from the main event. So, and this is a good fight right here too. So if you don't have the zone or and you can't watch it, stay over here. I'm gonna give you guys full fight commentary right now, man. This is a good fight. You got Hernandez versus Verone. This is 5 rounds out of 10. Hernandez has a 90% knockout rate. Verone, man, he's just better skilled fighter out of the two. He's trying to pop that jab, trying to keep it in the middle of the round. But Hernandez, man, he's landing a lot of power shots. He just got hit with an uppercut right here. Another one. Oh, what the hell? The Verone made it just hurt Hernandez. I missed that shot looking down. We got to see what happens. I didn't. I got to see what happened on that. He wobbled. Something happened. So what happened? Okay. I got to see what happened on that. Okay, so this probably has turned into a motherfucking fight. Okay, they going to the back to Rolly Romero.
It seems like you're in a serious mood. You got the game face on. How have you been feeling this week so far?
Good.
Good?
Good.
You said you had fun earlier.
Yeah, fine.
Man, Rolio, he's a character to me.
In that range, take us through a glimpse of what's going through his mind.
Mufasa Forest Lane said it's crazy how much softer boxers be than UFC and MM fighters in general.
Good luck.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'll have to agree with you on that, you know, because MMA, man, you get motherfuckers throwing knees and elbows and shit like that, you know. Who want to get hit with that? I missed that again. Okay, so he did clip Hernandez, but Hernandez is coming out. You know, I said, Verone, Hernandez better watch out. You know, he's getting a little too showboat and flashy out there. Yeah, man, you know, that's why a lot of boxers don't go into the MMA, man. You getting hit with elbows and knees and shit like that. I don't think I would want to get hit with a motherfucking flying knee to the head or elbow to the head. You know, I throw them things, though. We'll get in there and throw them motherfucking things all day long. You know, but don't hit me in the motherfucking head with a knee. You know, but here we go, man. This is a good fight. Varane just last round stumbled Hernandez, surprisingly. Hell yeah, I ain't taking no goddamn knee to the chops. You know, that shit'll give your brain damage to the for real, CTE for real. Taking a motherfucking knee to the head. You know, that's why the motherfucking ears and shit be looking out like, wait till a lot of them motherfuckers retire. You think boxers sound fucked up. Wait till a lot of them retire. What up, though, at Darkside88? What up, though? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys are liking and sharing, too, so we stay prevalent in the YouTube algorithm. You know, but we got a good fight, man. If you guys are able to watch the zone, this is a good fight between Hernandez and Verone. This is 6 rounds, 6 of 12. These boys are throwing bombs. Yes. I like Verone, man. Like I said, he's got to throw a little bit more head movement, but he's standing right there in the middle of the ring with Hernandez, not scared. Hernandez, two right hands in a row, back to back. See, Hernandez think he's going to be able to outpower and outstrength him, you know. But Verone, man, he's a really good skilled fighter out of the two, I think, in my opinion. You know, and it showed that Hernandez can be buckled. That chin may be a little bit suspect with all that power. You know, sometimes you got a lot, you know, fighters that possess a lot of power but don't have no chin. You know, so I want to see Verone, if Verone can test that chin. All right, we're getting ready to come to the end of the 6th round, I believe. You know what up, though, Dark Side, man? You got Roll and KO in 5. Okay, you got Rolly in 5. Okay. I said I was gonna wait till both fighters got in the ring. I wanted to see the tail of the tape, who's gonna have the reach advantage, the height advantage, and then how much did each fighter weighed in, you know, after the weigh-in. You know, but don't get me wrong, I like Teofimo, man. I like Rolly too. You know, don't get me wrong, but you know, Rolly, man, to me is he's overrated. Put it in my opinion. You know, but I will say this, man. He doesn't back down, and he always brings his fighting game. You know, I just want to see a good action-packed fight. I don't have a dog in the fight, you know. So Rolly go out there and do his thing. You know, I will be cool with that. You know, in my opinion, I just want to see a great action-packed fight. You know, let me know. Hey, look, let me know if you guys, when I'm not talking, because I do have the mics up. Let me know if you guys can hear the fighters' commentary in the background. Because if not, I'll turn it up a little bit more. See, and Hernandez, man, he chops with a lot of his shots. If you guys are watching the fight and you notice, don't get me wrong. That's saying that them punches, them chops don't hurt. You know, but he's just pretty much trying to throw them motherfucking overhand right hooks. Trying to make sure my camera is in focus so I didn't knock it out. Okay, I'm loud and clear. Yeah, I just want to make sure you guys can hear the when I'm not talking, the commentary to the fight also in the background. That's what I meant. But thanks again. Can you hear the fight, the actual fight commentary? Okay, but here we go. You got Hernandez and Veron, man. Veron has not backed down. He's brought this fight, even though you have Hernandez, who has a 90% knockout rate. Veron, man, he's holding his ground. You know, and I'm not gonna lie. I thought Hernandez was gonna run straight through him. You know, but I ain't gonna. This is a big white boy. He fights very tall because he looks very tall. He getting hit with some shots. I will say Veron has you at this point you can say he got a chin. You know, because he's taking every shot that Hernandez has thrown. You know, and I don't know if a lot of his power shot has been flushed, but he's taking every shot that Hernandez has thrown at him. And still there in the middle of the round, being the aggressor out of the two. Oh, you can't hear the background? Okay, I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Give me a second. Let me know if you can hear it now. I'm gonna turn this mic down. Maybe you can hear better like this. Because if not, then I'll turn the background up a little bit. Here, let me turn this background up some. Hold on.
I'm here with the 126-pound champion, character Shoo-Shoo. Ronnie Hernandez, very unorthodox guy there in the ring. What do you think when you see it? Man, very impressive. You know, he did with stuff that Rowan did.
Okay, we got BJ3 ready to get to the step. What's up, though, BJ3?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good in yourself. Good in yourself.
Good. What they said.
BJ3, I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Let me know if you can hear the background, the commentators in the background clear. Unless you got me turned down, you just only listening to your background.
I can mute mine.
You can hear it? Okay, because I was talking to the people in the comments. They were saying they can hear me loud and clear, but they couldn't really hear the fight commentary. And I just wanted to make sure everybody can hear fight commentary. But are you watching this Hernandez Moran fight, man? This is a good fight. Give me your thoughts on this, BJ3.
I just walked in, but I know that from watching a little bit of pre-stuff, the guy, if I'm not mistaken, Hernandez is Cuban fighter,
right?
And he doesn't fight the normal Cuban style. Range. Yeah, he don't fight the normal Cuban style. He's more of a banger instead of a boxer, you know. Yeah. So yeah, he got a high knockout rate percentage.
I will tell you this though, he got chin checked about a couple of rounds ago. Veron hitting with a shot that stumbled him, you know, but he bounced back from that, you know. And he's throwing bombs, man. Like I told everybody at the beginning of the fight, I thought Hernandez Looked like BJ3 popped out for a second, but BJ3. Look like BJ3 is having a little technical issues. We're gonna wait for him to come back. Now, you know what? I gotta get something twisted up for this next fight. But this is a really good fight. We waiting on BJ3 to come in. We're gonna wait on him to pop back in. Once he comes back in, we'll bring him back in. Yeah, but this is a good fight, man. Hernandez thought that he was gonna be able to run through him, which they have him winning the fight. Which, in my opinion, I thought Varane was winning the fight. He's throwing more punches. He should be landing more punches because he's throwing more. I thought Hernandez was landing the harder punches out of the two, in my opinion. Yeah, so we waiting on BJ3 to come back in, you guys. But yeah, this is a really, really good fight. 8 out of 10. So this is not for a belt. Ooh, good right hand by Hernandez. Varane definitely has the chin because he's taking these punches. And this is gonna be a question. Okay, we got BJ3. Hey, Varane, man, he has a pretty good chin, BJ3. He's taking them shots.
How was
BJ3, I'll go ahead and let you commentate for a little bit, man. I gotta give me something twisted up for this next fight.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay, so I'm at the end of the 10th round, I believe. Hold on.
That's the end of the fight. It's only 10 rounds.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm at the end of the yeah, you're right. So that means I'm at the end of the 8. So they showing Teofimo right now. Are you seeing that?
Yeah, you probably 10 seconds ahead of me.
I'm right here. You see that?
Yep.
Okay,
you're like 10 seconds ahead of me.
Okay, so we're good. So yeah, you go on here, man, and commentate for a little bit. Like I said, I'm about to put something up for the main event.
Go for it. So I'm gonna make it known. I ain't really messing with T.O. with all them racial comments, but I will say that his skill set is on a high level, and it should be no way that he loses to Rolly. But with the same breath, I'm gonna say they sparred plenty rounds. I think somebody said they sparred about 36 rounds or more. And when somebody knows you, somebody that's been in there with you, and they're familiar, they know some of your movements.
Yeah.
And sometimes that could play in the favor of the fighter that doesn't have, the same skill to match. So I'm gonna say if I was betting, I would have to. Well, I guess Vegas got Rolly like the underdog, like 6-1 or something.
It's like a champion, though, right? Or are they fighting for the female belt? Because whose belt are they fighting for? Rolly's or Teofimo?
Rolly got the belt.
Right,
this T.O.'s first.
Okay.
Yeah, this T.O.'s first match.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I said.
At 147 though. He lost to Shakur.
They got the fight looking like Rolly is the challenger.
Yeah, because T.O. got the skills. T.O. has the skills.
Right.
So technically, if he went out there and did his thing, he should be fine. But did you see the interview he did with him and his dad there? And he was basically telling his dad that the corner kind of threw him off the last fight when they was basically saying stuff like, "Where's your power? You got to hit him." He was like, "Man, I needed direction because I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't really figure it out. I needed somebody from the corner to tell me, what to do." And all I was getting is people saying, "You're being weak and where's your power?" He's like, "Man, that didn't help." So I guess he has a another trainer in his corner. his dad is still in the corner, but he got somebody else in there
Right.
to see if he can get some actual advice if he needed.
You
But
talking about
this
Rolly?
not gonna really come. This ain't that type of fight. The advice he gonna need with this one is gonna be just don't get caught. If he box him and he move around, then he'll be fine. If he go in there
Okay.
trying to bang with Rolly, he gonna find out why Tank said Rolly got the most pop out of anybody he didn't fought.
Okay. You know, and you kind of said what I said earlier, man. I think Teofimo is the better skill fighter out of the two. But Rolly does have the power to be able to put a motherfucker on his ass. You know, so he'll
Yeah.
have to definitely watch out for that. No, but this is a good fight, BJ3, man. Give me your thoughts on this Vernon Hernandez fight thus far. Who
Hey,
you got winning this fight?
Vernon.
I thought Vernon was winning it, meaning he was throwing the more punches, probably landing the more. But, the judges have Hernandez actually winning this fight.
Okay.
I mean, not the judges, but the commentators.
Got it. So looking at a couple of rounds I've seen, you got somebody stalking and you got somebody doing a lot of punches to kind of keep him off. So we're gonna see. You said he got rocked earlier. Did anybody hit the canvas? Nobody hit the canvas this fight.
Nah, no one hit the canvas yet, but Ferran hit Hernandez with a good shot. He stumbled up on the rope, and he tried to bring it to him, but the bell rung. But but for the most part, Hernandez been throwing, landing the more power shots out of the two. In my opinion, I thought Ferran was the busier in landing the more shots, but not the power shots. But like I said, the commentators have Hernandez winning every round.
Oh, okay. So like Max always say, he said if it's a hard round, you score it according to if you were in there, which one would you want to be? So I guess the other dude, Varane, been throwing a lot of punches, but Hernandez punches been a lot heavier.
Been more effective, right? So if anything, man, the corner of Iran should have been telling him he needs to knock out, and we should see a lot more. He should be a lot more
Engagement.
aggressive in this 10th and final round.
But so tell me this: if you got a fighter in there, he done went 10 rounds with this guy who basically knocks out everybody. Would you send him out
90%.
there
Right.
to? Would you send him out there to try to knock this dude out? Meaning stand in front of him now, or
I mean,
would you
hey,
have
you
him
don't
box?
win 9 rounds with him. This the last one. Took everything he had. Why not? If you like I said, to be the best, you got to beat the best.
He boxing though. He doing a good job of boxing,
Yeah, no,
circling,
he's doing a really good job.
jabs, hooks. Yeah,
I
Hernandez,
like
he
Ferran.
picking.
I think that Hernandez was just, I don't know, man. I think he won some rounds. Would I give the fight to Varane? No, meaning that, okay, he's trying to turn it, meaning that Hernandez is the champion. He kind of
Yeah.
got that style. He kind of got that boots in. It's that unorthodox style. Ooh, I thought he got caught with that right.
Which one are you talking about?
Hernandez, he kind of remind me of that unorthodox style. Quite not the skill set of Bruce Ennis, but that unorthodox
No.
style he trying to show out there.
But he do. Okay, the commentator said they was really impressed by him.
Yeah, I mean, every day they've been on his dick. Excuse my French, but they have, which I'm not. I'm not gonna say I haven't really been impressed with him. I mean, he's just a hard throwing, hitting, motherfucker that really didn't do nothing hard hitting. I really didn't see any hard hitting shots. Old boy took every shot he had.
Right, he
He
ain't
still
rocking
hit
it. Right.
And old boy actually buckled him, hit him with a shot. I don't think he hurt the white boy at all.
What is it, Argentina? Well, Argentinas are rough. They have a good system too. They got a good system too.
Sound like you might be a little ahead of me, BJ3.
Huh?
Sound like you may have been a little bit ahead of me. So, yeah, man. In my opinion, this fight will be kind of hard to judge. Only reason why it's not going to be hard to judge is because old boy is the champion. You know,
Who got a belt?
the black guy got the belt.
He got some bullshit. He
Hernandez.
got some bull belt. He ain't got no real belt. Or they be
Yeah,
fighting
Hernandez. No,
12
it's not a
rounds.
world title or nothing like that.
They said 85%, and the people said Hernandez won.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he looked good, man. Don't get me wrong. He's up and coming. But but he didn't impress me with that 90%. I thought I was about to see oh boy with his head knocked off. I'm thinking he's swinging for the fences. He was in the first rounds. He was swinging for the fences, but you know, old boy took everything he had. This was a good fight, man. That's all you can ask for.
This is one of those fights where you get somebody who's been knocking everybody out, and you put him in there with somebody that's never been down to see to give him some rounds. Sometimes you need some rounds, and from the sounds of it, he needs some rounds. So he got
He gave
he
me
got
some
10
rounds.
rounds
That's what he
in.
did. Yeah, I couldn't have said it no better. This was a guy who needed some rounds, and he got some rounds. Because 90% knockout rate, you ain't getting no rounds. You getting like 2 or 3 rounds. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You ain't getting no work.
yeah.
I mean, you in there knocking motherfuckers the fuck out. You knocking them out. Okay, what you think about that Ruiz versus Napa fight coming up Friday, September the 4th? Which I'll be at work. Oh, you know what? I may be off.
Is that tenderism on his shirt? Who? Oh, that's probably his grandfather. Somebody.
Yeah, but I need you guys
All
to
right.
hit that subscribe button. Your boy, we've been on here for wow, an hour and 51 minutes. We need for you guys to make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, you're liking and you're sharing. Therefore, we stay this video, this
Somebody
content we put
ordered a
out for
draw.
the algorithm. Go
Split
ahead, BJ.
decision.
What you say?
Somebody.
See, you ahead of me,
It was
BJ3.
it was one it was one yeah one judge had it tie,
White boy
and
thought he
another
had it.
judge, the other two judges had a 91 to 99.
Mm,
So that was a big discrepancy.
yeah. Yeah. So there we go, man. So we are at the main event. So we're
This is
probably
it.
about 5 minutes away from the main event for both fighters getting out there. BJ3, give me your thoughts, give me your analysis, man. If you do you have a dog in this fight? And if you had to pick a fighter, I know you said something earlier, but for those who just tuning in, give us your thoughts, give us your opinion on who's going to win this fight tonight. Who's going to be the aggressor? Who's going to be the boxer?
So I think that turn this down. I think that Tio has something to prove. He looked terrible against Shakur, which is not abnormal when
Right.
it comes to Shakur's opponents. But the high caliber fighter that he was supposed to be able to do something with him. You know what I'm saying? He has enough skills to be able to make it a entertaining fight, and it was just a slaughter. He just got smashed. So I think with this fight, he gonna come out. He gonna be a little aggressive, but smart aggression. Where I mean, like in and out, trying to get out of Rolly's way, not standing there trading with him, but sticking to moving around, getting in and out, and overwhelming Rolly with his boxing skills. Now Rolly has quick reflexes, and if you don't get in and out quick enough, he could change the whole fight. And uh, so I'm gonna say if we were in Vegas, I would put I'm gonna have to double check see if they changed the odds.
They in
But
Vegas. They in Vegas.
right, but I noticed earlier it was like a 6-1, so every dollar
Oh, okay,
Everybody
yeah.
you put on roller, you win 6. Those type of odds. Sometimes I take them joints just because of the odds. But if I had to bet who was gonna win, it would definitely be Tio.
Okay. And that's who and I said I wasn't gonna pick no one until both fighters got in the ring, and I wanted to see the tail of the tape, and I wanted to see the look of both fighters when they get in the ring. Then I was gonna say, give my opinion, because I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm not a
Yeah.
Teofimo. I'm not gonna say fan, but and I'm not a big Rolly fan neither. So
Nah.
I'm just here for a great night of boxing, and I just want to see, may the best boxer, may the best man win this fight. I just want to see a great action-packed fight. But if I had to pick, man, I'm gonna go with the better skilled fighter out of the two, and I'm gonna go with Teofimo Lopez, man. Because I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm really not that impressed with Rolly, man. We had a conversation, once before. A lot of these fighters that's in that weight division, you know, doesn't deserve to have world. I'm not going to say doesn't
Right.
deserve, but in my opinion, I'm not going to say that he's not a world champion, or world class fighter. But I just think a lot of that shit was given to him, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean that weight class, you got some dogs though. You got Devin Haney at the top of that weight class, and then you got Contrell, who Haney's supposed to be trying to size up to fight, and then you have old lame um, Ryan Garcia. He also has a belt in that weight class, so they have some. They got some comp right there.
Right. So
Yeah.
until I see him fight some of the fighters that you named off, man, because really the only fighter that he really, that I really respect, Pitbull, and then who's the fight that he tanked, who he got knocked out by.
He lost to both of them.
Okay, so yeah, he did lose to Tank. I forgot. You know what I mean? So
Tank,
yeah,
Tank, and the other dude you just said,
right. Did he lose to
Pitbull.
Ryan Garcia too?
He beat Ryan, but he
Okay,
but
so
he
that's
but
who
he
he
lost
beat.
to
So he
Pitbull.
beat Ryan. Right. That's what it
He
was.
beat Ryan.
So
That's
right.
his last
Okay.
fight.
Exactly. So yeah, man, I want to see him fight out of those last other two fighters that you named. One of those two fighters for me to, have a little bit more respect for him. He did beat my guy
So
Ryan
Rolly,
Garcia. I give him that.
you
Yeah.
like Ryan
Bro,
Garcia?
I like Ryan Garcia, man.
All right. Yeah, I'll mess with Ryan
I
like I
like
don't
him
really
over
mess with
a Roby
Tio and
or
all that
something like
racial
that.
stuff.
I'm not gonna pick him over like a Devin Haney or nothing like that. Even though he beat Devin Haney under
Some bull.
under
That wasn't a win.
circumstances, or whatever.
Right. Yeah, nah. Um a good fight would be Rolly and Brian Norman Jr. They
Okay,
would bang. That'd be a good banger fight. They'd bang it out. Um, but shoot, I don't think Brian Norman really want that smoke. What about your boy Keyshawn, man? What you think about Keyshawn?
uh,
Keyshawn Davis was supposed to fight.
and he
He
backed
was
out.
supposed to fight Haney, and he wanted more money. So they still. I seen something the other day that they extended the negotiation. So maybe they still working on it. But
Man,
at the
in
same
my
time, I saw
opinion,
something with
we talked
Contrell.
about that the last time I think we talked. I thought that he should have waited, and fought, maybe another fight or two before he stepped in there, with your boy Haney. Because I'm not a Haney fan. I like your boy, Keyshawn.
Yeah,
But in my opinion, I don't think he's ready for that class
nah,
of a fighter just yet.
nah, he wasn't. He wasn't ready for that.
Hell
It's a
no, he
good
would have
thing,
got
but
stopped.
yeah, yeah, right. I agree. Haney might have messed around and got his first KO in some years because he out there at 147. He looking good at 147.
Yeah, because that last fight, man, he beefed up, and
Yeah,
muscle too.
yeah,
So
yeah. He
give him
looked.
I give him one more, good top fight, man, for him to be able to prove that he was, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big Devin Haney fan, but I do respect Devin Haney. He's a world champion. He's fought, a lot of good world class. I'm not going to say a lot of world class fighters, but some of the
He
top
has.
notch, yeah, fighters out there.
He has. He definitely has. He Devin Haney, as much as people hate on him because of the whole Ryan situation or his dad's situation or whatever the reason they hate on him, he's definitely one of the few fighters that's out here right now that will take any fight. He'll 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 fight him. He'll fight him. He calling out everybody. So
Yeah, and that last fight he had, man, he looked it, body wise, man, he looked it good. He looked it strong. He
yeah,
looked it powerful.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I said your boy might have been barking up the wrong motherfucking tree. You
He
know,
definitely was. He realized that, and that's why he backed out. Like,
hell
you know
fuck
what?
it. That's remember we talked about that, Big U and Big E. I'm like, he don't want that
Yeah,
smoke right now.
nah.
I'm like, he just talking.
No. And Shakur don't want to smoke at 147. That's too much. That's too much of a weight jump for him.
See,
He
the
ended
only
up getting
reason why he
his
can
ass
do
handed.
that, he may be able to jump that way, because he has the skill set to be able to, maneuver his way around. He know that ring. You
I
know,
agree. But the thing is, when you fight somebody as skilled as Devin Haney, that's been at that weight class, been kind of made a home up there, feeling good with that weight, been practicing with that weight, then put on a little extra strength, a little extra muscle, a little extra pop in his punches. Yeah, going from 135, Shakur is a 135 fighter. He
okay,
moved up to
now
140 to fight Tio. That was the only time he fought at 140. So for
now
him to
we had
go
a,
from that to 47 is heavy.
yeah, it is. We had a comment. Dark Side 88 made a comment. He said, "What about James Tony dissing Born Shakur?" Now you got to know, James Tony is actually like family to us.
Oh
So I
yeah.
respect everything that he say. And I can, and I'm not going to not agree with him. A lot of people. Probably a lot of people probably do say that Shakur boxing is boring, but people got to remember the art of boxing is not to get hit. He does a great job, and that's why a lot of people probably call Shakur boxing boring because he's not out there trading shots, slugging fast, or getting hit. He's out there boxing, moving, sticking, and getting away. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, James Tony. If anybody has the respect, and if anybody has the voice to say that, is James Lights Out Tony because he's one of the best to ever do it. But I'm a disagree with James on that though. Shakur Stevenson does it how it's supposed to be done. He's a skilled class fighter that goes out there, take care of his business, box, and he doesn't worry about what people say about him being a boring boxer. He just goes out there, get wins, and that's it. The art of boxing is not to get hit. Go ahead, BJ3. And I'm gonna allow you to
So
ask the question.
it's funny, man, that he the dark side 088 brought that up because I was just at a boxing event last night at Pasadena City Hall. They had a boxing ring in front of City Hall outside, and one of the guys he was asking me if I messed around in the ring, and I told him about the family history and how we grew up with James and all that and all that and all that,
Right.
and I'm with you. James, he's been in there with enough people. He served enough years to where he can say whatever the hell he want. But with that, I have to disagree because James is a action, just let's go to the middle of the ring and bang type of fighter. So that would make sense that he says that. I'm more of a like you said. I'm more of
See,
uh, a
but
fan
BJ3,
for the
not to
art of the
cut you off.
sport.
If you remember, James was more of like a counter fighter, like Shakur is
A hundred percent. He
when he
stayed
first
behind his
started off.
guard.
So for him to
Yeah,
say that, because if I can remember, and James is my guy, a lot of people used to say that about him.
yeah. He was reserved. He was waiting for
So
the
I
counter.
don't know
That's why
if you
him and
made that
Roy
comment.
Jones fight was so boring.
Dark Side 88. If I don't know how old you are, if you've been watching, boxing for a lot, but back in James' heydays, a lot of commentators, that would be out there, and announcers that would be doing the fight would say, that James take rounds off, this, that, and the other. He's a boring fight, so they would say that about him, but it would be only, the true fighting boxing fans that knew, what type of fighter James was. He was more of a counter fighter, and he would take rounds off, but at the end of the day, James is a Hall of Famer. In my opinion, one of the best that ever did it, man. So if anybody has a right to say that, James does, and I can see why he say that, because, and that's the only reason why your Shakur is just not in there mixing it up, slugging it up. He's boxing, so he makes the fighters bring it to him. And that's it, and that's the only reason why he say that. James was a fighter at the end of his career who would slug and stand there,
Right.
and
Right.
take shots. And that's it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people say that. But go ahead, BJ3. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to, give Dark Side that insight, because like I said, we've been there with James, in the gym and seeing him. He's never a lazy fighter or a lazy boxer, but in his heydays, you would have a lot of commentators saying that, he would take a lot of rounds off.
Yeah, he was a defensive counter puncher for sure. Shakur moves. He understands the ring and how to move and get out the way.
Exactly.
100% the art of boxing, hit and not get hit.
Got to be
He's
fucking lit.
mastered that. He's
Right.
mastered that. And growing up watching fighters and being around fighters, one of the hometown favorites that we grew up with, and of course, we know his family as well. Tommy Hearns, you can barely understand what he says when he's talking, and that
Yeah.
came from all of that head
Taking a lot
head
of
damage,
hits.
and a
Yeah.
lot of these younger guys seen that, and then you got the Floyd generation where you can still have all your wits. You can still, be able to speak. Not that he went to school to speak, but his brain still works to where he can still talk and you can understand what he's saying. And that's because second part of his career, because he mixed it up. Everybody, I mean, he picked his fights toward the end. In the beginning, he was fighting everybody. He was in there with everybody. When he got to a certain point in his career, then he was able to pick the money fights. But before that, he was mixing it up. So Floyd was the role model to everybody else. Like, you can do this sport, you can make a lot of money without slugging it out. And Shakur has mastered that skill. And if you are, a boxing fan, then the art of hitting and not get hit, he's awesome at it. He's
There you
awesome at
go.
it.
See, I couldn't have said it no better. But Mike Anthony 7847 asked the question. He said, "What part of the city do you live in?" I, I'm from Detroit, but right now I'm in Ohio. Yeah,
He said
born and
somebody
raised on the east side. Born
yeah,
and raised on the west side of Detroit. I was born on the east, but raised on the west. I should
I was
say.
about to
My
say,
bad.
yeah. Don't act like Lakewood don't have no
No, you
saying.
listen. Let me rephrase this. I was born on the east side, raised on
Yeah,
the west side of Detroit. So I'm from both sides. You know what I mean?
all day,
You know,
all day.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir. But and then he asked another question. He said, "Who do you think is the best boxer in the game right now?" And I'll allow you to answer that first, BJ3.
You know what, man? I would have to take a quick thought because you already know my number one guy for some years was Bud,
I'm
and
about to
with
say you
Bud out,
retired now.
yeah, with Bud out, probably Shakur, man. You know, if we looking for a boxer, probably Shakur would be my at the top.
Yeah,
After
that's what
him,
I was
though, I
gonna
like
say.
I like the young guy. I like Mason. I like
Abdullah
Abdullah
Mason.
Mason. That boy is
Yeah,
a monster.
but he's young and coming up. If I had to pick the
Young.
best boxer, for our skill set in the game right now, I would have to go with BJ3. It's
Who?
Shakur. And BJ3 and we just spoke on that. Why? The art of the game is called boxing. And boxing is not the art of that is not to get hit. It's to go out there to hit and to not be hit. So who does it better than anybody in the game? And that's Shakur, man. He goes out there, he give you he knows the ring, man. He's gonna outbox you, outpoint you. He's gonna take you to the body. He's gonna be in set, and he's ready to go to 12 rounds if necessary, man.
And
So in my opinion, I would have to give it up to Shakur Stevenson. He's the right now he's the better skill fighter out of anybody out there.
everybody. And I would say this too. A lot of people talk about him being born and all
Mike
that because
Anthony
people started making that
48-7 said Tank's the best. Man, listen, Tank
ain't fighting
ain't
nobody.
fought nobody in damn near 3
Nobody,
years.
man. And even when he was
And
fighting, he
that's
ain't
my
mixing it
dog. I
up with
used to
these
roll with
dudes.
Tank, but Tank ain't fought in 3 years, so you can't say that.
Man, he ain't. And when he was fighting, he doing the picking of the fighters versus mixing it up with the fighters in his weight class. So
Yeah.
he has to
So
earn it too. He
don't
wasn't
get me wrong,
that got to earn it too.
Mike Anthony. I'm a Tank fan too, but you got to go with the guys that's out there boxing, man. That's out there
These little boys,
fighting
they
and
getting
shit.
it in.
Tank, man, he taking years off.
Yeah, he may be. It may be over for him.
Yeah,
I would say.
he got too many female issues going on in his life right now.
Man, mental
Real
issues,
tough.
female issues. I would say after Shakur, the most exciting fighter right now is probably Boots.
Now I knew you.
Boots
I swear
or
to God, excuse me. I knew you were about to say that.
anyway.
Listen, that last fight I'm not too impressed with Boots. Because
I
that
like
young
Boots.
boy could have put could have stopped him. If he
I
would have
don't know
brought it
about
to him.
that. I don't
Benevides,
know about that.
Benevides. I can't even get the goddamn.
Benavidez.
Yeah,
But
Benavidez, man. I
Benavidez is
like
way up there.
Benavidez, but I like the Mexican monster. I don't really have anything negative to say about
No,
it.
no, I like him.
But don't
I
get
like
me
him.
wrong, man. Tank, when he was out there doing his
Nah.
thing, he was the face of boxing. But right now, man, you got to give it to Shakur. But here we go, BJ3. I'm gonna let you go ahead and lead the way and give us this full fight commentary, man.
So you got Tio coming in. He had a lot of little guys in the aisles doing shoe shining on his way up through.
Yeah, I saw
Um,
that.
yeah, so he coming in. He coming in first. He's coming in first. But I'm gonna go back to what you were saying about Tank. Um, I would say he was the face of boxing,
And he
but
was at
it
one
was
point.
because of his promotion. So when he
Right.
started tripping and flipping out on Mayweather, it was mind-boggling because without that promotion, if that promotion would have been behind anybody else, anybody else could have also been the face of boxing because he hasn't been mixing it up. He ain't been mixing it up with the dogs in his weight class. He fought he fought Ryan that was drained, and Ryan is he's on the fence of a YouTuber and a boxer, and then he did mix it up with Rolly, but Rolly, we know Rolly's skills is not there. Everybody know Rolly's he got a puncher's chance, and that's pretty much it. He don't have no
That's it.
skills.
That's it.
He got no skill.
Yeah.
But if he hit you, you're gonna feel it. So he ain't really do a lot, man. Tank, he has the skills and he got the knockout rates and all that. He has the skills. He just, I don't know if he believe in himself. I'll say that because he has all the skills. He has the skills. If you're not skillful enough to be in there with him, he gonna get you up out of there. But he wasn't in there mixing it up with the people he should have been mixing it up with. So he has an asterisk on his name for me. He don't get that credit until he get in there and mix it up with these other boys.
Okay, Mike Anthony 7847 said Anthony Joshua, and I guess he wants to know what we think about Anthony Joshua. He's an okay fighter. He goes down too much for me to rank him one of the best. He's an okay fighter in my opinion.
I would give him good. I would give him a good. I would say this. I would say he would have benefited from being being trained by Manny. Manny was real good at training tall fighters, being able to keep you back with the jab. You run up in there, you get hit with the right hand. Because the Klitschko's, they wasn't their chins wasn't super strong, but they had that that training, that crunk training, the jab, jab, move, jab, jab, right, jab, jab, hook. And
And I
that
agree with
worked
you on that, man.
for
I
them.
think if he would have had somebody like Stewart or Manny, like you said, he would have been better. But I think, man, he lost to a few fighters that I thought that he was a lot better than he should
Ruiz,
have not lost. And he
yeah.
went down. It shows, man, that his chin, that he don't really have a strong chin, in my opinion.
No, he don't. If you get
And he
in
also
there,
made another
but he
point,
got the
like Anthony
skills
said,
though, and he
we
has
have
the
to think
power.
about these YouTube boxers. Now,
He
what
got
do you
he
mean,
has the
YouTube
skills, and
boxers?
yeah, Paul,
Your boy
Jake,
Ray J and all that shit?
Ray J.
Or
He
you
just wanted
talking
to get
about
some.
the
He
other
just
one?
wanted to get some
What's
get
his name?
back
The Jake
because
Paul.
he got out on TV, so he wanted to get some get back. But that boy can't fight. All right, they both in the ring. They
Yeah,
getting
we
announced.
are in the ring. The announcers is the announcer
Lennon,
both of the rings coming out. I mean, coming
Lennon
in.
Jr.'s in the ring. We got my man, the same ref that stopped Bud and Spence, pulled Bud off of Spence. He the third man in the ring. It's gonna be a pretty good fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight.
I hope so,
You know,
man.
Riley, it'll be
I
good.
think, I think Timo is going to try to keep it a distance, try to box him in the beginning rounds, but I think Rolly is going to try to be aggressive to come out and try to prove something, meaning that Teofimo, he went 12 rounds with Shakur, so I think he's going to try to prove something. I think he's going to go out there and try to stop Teofimo, and like I said, I wanted to see the boxers in the ring before I give my thoughts and my opinion on who I think is going to
So
win
what
the
you
round.
looking at him? What you think? You looking at him?
I
What you
want to see
think?
if they show the tape. Did they show that yet? So once they show the
See
tape
on the
of the
tape?
tape, I'm
No,
gonna
not
do
yet.
okay. 29, 5'9", 147.
So I haven't seen that yet. So you probably got a good 20 seconds, 30 seconds on me. They
I
just
thought you
announced
said at least
T.O.
they just now announcing to female, to your female.
Now they announcing Rolly. I didn't see no 29. Oh, you just was listening. I thought you was looking at it.
Then I
Rolly
was
had
looking
some
at it.
pop. He had some pop, but his skill, they was just showing the way he threw his jab and his head is wide open. And Ryan couldn't catch him with that left hook because he had got knocked down. So he was more defense the whole fight. Yeah,
See, Ryan shouldn't have lost that fight.
man. Bump Ryan. I'm glad he did.
30,
Now
30
the
years
thing
old.
is, Teofimo
So who at the
mentally,
height? It looked like Rolly bigger.
yeah, he a little
So
taller.
I'm gonna go with
Woo.
Rolly, man. I'm gonna pick Rolly this
You
fight.
go Rolly. See if
Yeah,
you
I'm
was
gonna go with
betting,
Rolly. I never pick Rolly ever in the fight, so I'm gonna go with him this time. He looks to me, he looked like he ready this fight. I kind of see
I
something
didn't
on
see
his
the tail of
face.
the tape, but I must have
But
missed it.
this time, and in the tail of the tape, I think he's the bigger fighter, so I think he's going to be more aggressive. I think he's going to try, and again, like I said in the beginning, I think he's going to try to prove a point, meaning that Teofimo went 12 rounds with the guy that we just said is the best boxer in the game right now, Shakur Stevens. He's going to try to prove something like, okay, if I can knock this guy out and he went 12 with Shakur, then what y'all think of me? So here we go, BJ3.
Yeah, I don't think he can do nothing with him. We're gonna
We
see
about to
that.
find out.
They said put up or shut up.
Here we go,
Okay,
12
so
rounds.
T.O. coming out being aggressive. He the one got Rolly in the middle of the ring. He ain't really moving, but T.O.'s stepping forward. They're
Okay,
matching
yeah, so
jab.
you are a little bit with me, BJ3, so I'll go there and let you lead the way. If you
I'm at 2 minutes and 39 seconds, 38, 36, 35.
okay, I'm at 51, so you like 12 seconds
Okay,
ahead of me.
I'm a couple seconds ahead of you now. So all right, so yeah, T.O.'s coming out, being the aggressor. They both are um, traditional fighters, both right-handers.
See, and like you said, Timo is the aggressive so far coming out, and Rolly, he even looks unorthodox and just unskilled, man. In my
Yeah.
opinion. But go ahead, three.
See, Rolly using that shoulder roll, that left shoulder
Exactly.
to block. He moved that left hook a little bit, caught T.O. nothing major. T.O. backed up,
And
but
BJ3, that's probably what it is, man. Why he looks unorthodox because he's using that shoulder roll as his defense. So, and even with that combination, he's reaching when he's throwing his jab, and that throws me off with fighters when fighters do that. But go ahead, BJ3.
yeah, so T.O. looks like he's familiar with Rolly. For him to be aggressive toward a heavy puncher like this versus, moving around. And I'm not sure if this is the game plan. I'm not sure if this is the right game plan for this type of fight. Because
Yeah, because you
he's
would have thought Rolly would be the aggressor out of the two. It looks kind of
right.
fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah. T.O. is being aggressive. He got Rolly moving
Yeah,
around. And T.O. I thought T.O. would be on his toes, bouncing around, showing
right.
angles, twisting it up. He not.
See,
He
because
just
it's probably
flat footed
shocking
coming
because
straight
both
ahead.
fighters, it's probably shocking to both fighters, because Teofimo probably was looking to be the counter fighter and not
Ooh.
the aggressor. So it probably kind of changed up his fight plan.
Hey, Rolly just snuck that left hook in there once or twice. This is early in the fight. Later in the fight, that could be an effective punch. But Rolly chin is kind of suspect too, though.
It
So
is very
if
suspect.
T.O. jump on him, we may see some. And I think T.O. noticed they didn't sparred enough to where he like, I'm gonna go ahead and do this to him.
Mm.
I think he kind of know what he's capable of doing to him. Yeah. So that was a 2 punch combination by T.O. A left hook and an overhand right. Rolly rolled with it, nothing major. T.O. is coming at him. He gonna make it hard for Rolly to get set. But Rolly got that
That was a
quick
good
little
shot by
lefty.
Timo. That was a good shot. I just saw a good combination by Timo. So I'm coming to the end of the round. That might have been you, BJ3.
Yeah.
But it's surprising to me, man. I thought Rolly Romero was going to be the aggressor, but it surprised me. Timo was the aggressor in this first round. If you had to give it to who won this first round to you, BJ3?
Ooh. If I had to say this, man, if not a draw, this a hard one to judge.
Yeah, no, it was,
Um,
man. If I had to give it to anybody, I'm gonna give it to Rolly, man, because he
champ,
landed the more aggressive shots. Even though Timo was coming forward,
agree.
I don't think he landed as many shots as it may have looked like.
I agree. I think anybody who landed cleaner shots, it would have been Rolly that fight
Right.
for sure.
Yeah, but we got a few
That
people here
round.
watching, man. I need y'all guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that subscribe button. Your boys on the road. We've knocked down that door, and we just need to make sure you guys are liking and sharing too. Therefore, we are prevalent in a YouTube algorithm. BJ3, can you see the comments coming through?
You know what I see?
They should be to your
To my
right.
right, I see. What do y'all think about
Yep.
YouTube boxers?
Okay. Yep. There we go.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest. At first, I wasn't really with the YouTube boxing stuff because it's more of a spectacle versus a skill type of situation. But I would say this: so To is being aggressive. He's still moving, but Rolly is he keeping them off of him. So now I would say with the down the downside, or it's not boxing is not as popular as it was when we was growing up. When we was growing up, man, boxing used to be HBO boxing after dark,
Right.
Showtime boxing. We had ESPN boxing. We had boxing on USA, and it was boxing on all kind of channels. Now it's all on the streamers, the streaming channels. All the other channels have removed boxing. So I'm saying all that to say, with YouTubers with a lot of following, when they mix it up like that, and then actually have a real fighter on the card, it can expose all of those YouTube fans to real fighting. So at first I wasn't 100. I wasn't all the way with. I'm like, man, this is some bull crap. But now I'm like, hey, if Jake Paul is fighting scripted fights and giving people great retirements, paydays for their last exhibition fight to get knocked out, and then he put a real fighter on the card, so be it. And at some
And the
point,
last
I
thing
think
that you
Rolly
said,
gonna
BJ,
start
that's the
being
only
aggressive.
thing that I like about that bullshit is just some of the fighters that probably didn't make enough money, or he giving them a good payday,
Hell yeah,
basically leaving the game with a good payday. He gave boxers opportunity to make a good purse. So other than
right,
that, man, I don't like it. I think boxing needs to stay boxing, in my
right.
opinion.
Yeah, Tio was backing him up, man. He moving them all around. But you know what? Rolly is throwing to the body. Rolly still got that hook out there. It
Yeah,
could
I
get,
mean,
it
Rolly
can get,
looking good.
yeah, it can
To
get
me, this
crazy.
fight looks awkward, meaning that Rolly is looking to be the counter fighter and
Ooh,
Tito's coming forward, but Rolly holding his ground.
he is. He moving. He throwing body shots. He throwing hooks. Not a whole lot of head moving, but he moving. He like the reflex type of move. All right, I want to hear. Hold on, I want to hear the commentary. I want to see if his daddy actually tell him something.
So you already at the end of the round. Okay, so I'm not getting around too. So yeah, man. If I had to give, and I really wasn't, because we were talking about this round to anybody, it would be Rolly. So he's up to the zip, even though he's not being the aggressor. But a lot of I see your boy the Jabberwockies in the building.
Who was
Is that who he
Jabberwocky? Who was
came
that?
out with? Was that the Jabberwockies? Because I just saw them.
Oh, no, it was little boys. It was little kids. I don't know. I didn't see the
Okay, but I
Jabberwockies.
did see them. They definitely in the building.
So his daddy did start trying to say some bull crap, and then the other corner man was like, "Throw the jab and throw this," and his dad's like, "Yeah, you got to double it up." So that's good. He got somebody else in there actually giving him direction. He must have been paying attention. Like, I need direction. I don't need. What are you doing? You got to hit him. Like that ain't directions. So that's good. That's good.
So
Tio got
that's
some
why
direction.
his father's not the lead trainer.
Yeah, he said because he told him on the TV, Versace's TV podcast, he was like, "You didn't give me no direction, man." He said you was yelling at me, telling me what am I doing and where's my power. Like you was talking down to me when I needed direction. He's
Oh,
like, so we both messed up on that. His dad at first wasn't trying to hear it. He's like, no, you was in there and you got to do this, and I'm used to you doing that. He's like, yeah, but I'm in there with somebody, with that type of skill. I need you to tell me what you see so I know what to do. And so I guess this fight, he got somebody else there to kind of help out with that. So that's good because his dad was about to be on some bull crap in between round two. And the other trainer was like, yeah, man, you got to throw this. And his dad, like, yeah, you got to throw this. So that's good. But this fight going to heat up. At some
yeah,
point,
it is. I mean, at some point they're gonna have to, get in the middle of that ring and let some blows go. They're still in the filling out round stages. To me, right now, Tio is definitely the more aggressive out of the two. But
yeah,
I think Rolly is landing the more cleaner shots out of the two. Therefore, he may be winning this fight. At Dark
jab,
Side 88,
jab by Rolly.
Tio looks afraid. I'm not gonna say he looks afraid. I think he's the aggressor out of the two. You
No,
know,
yeah, I wouldn't say afraid at all. But I think he's trying to press the issue because he know that's the only way to get him out of it. To beat Rolly, you're gonna have to pretty much knock him out, pit bull style.
I tell you
Without
what,
that, you mess around and
Tio
get
gonna have to
caught.
put his motherfucking hands up because he's suspect to get
Yeah.
hit with a right hook
Yep.
because that left
Yep.
hand is down.
Yep. And Rolly throwing that left hook too. He
And
keep
that
throwing that boy
counter,
out there.
he come
Swing,
back right
swing.
back with that counter straight hand right and knock Tio ass down or out because it's wide open.
Right.
Look, just look.
Right.
He just
Yeah.
threw it right there. And it looked like he connected. You a little bit ahead of me, BJ3, but I just saw you. I just spoke it right up. So but it's a good fight, man. They're still in the filling out stages. No one has really gotten hit with a clean flush shot. We just seen a bunch of jabs, maybe a few right hands here and there, but nothing really clean or hard to hurt no one with yet.
Eventually, what's gonna happen is Rolly is gonna have to start moving forward, and then we'll see if something changes. Because right now, even Tio being the aggressor, he's not landing nothing. Like you said, he's not. The better punches
No,
are still being landed um,
right.
by Rolly.
I wrote. And it's kind of weird to see Rolly kind of running like that, because I'm used to seeing him being, more of the aggressor in most of his fights. But I tell you what, man, the stars are out tonight. They in the
Yeah,
building.
I'm looking. I'm seeing everybody out there, huh?
Yes,
They
sir.
said
Yes, sir.
Clarissa did record numbers in Atlanta last week. That was a big deal. They said she packed the arena in Atlanta, and I was listening to Monique, the
No,
actress. She
she
was
did. I,
saying
I
how,
did the I did the whole show on her car. She had the house packed. I was on there for
yeah,
like almost 4 hours.
right. She said that she had beautiful ring girls that was black. She was like she had an all black
Yeah, no, she did her
cast.
thing, man. She put on a good
Yeah,
show, and the fight card was good.
and I didn't watch the fight. I heard a couple of the fighters didn't make weight, so some of the
Yeah,
fights
yeah, it still was a good fight card though.
this still was a
They
good
had
card.
majority of all women, and then it was one men's fight, which was a good fight.
Okay,
But here we go. We are round 4 of 12. Timo still is the aggressive out of two. But in my opinion, I think Rolly is winning the fight. I think Timo, man, is going to have to
that
change up
left hook.
what he's doing. And then like I said, man, he's going to have to put that right hand up because he's that left hand up because that he's wide. He's suspected to get hit right with that fucking right hand or right hook by Rolly because he's wide open. Unless he's planning to use that shoulder roll like Rolly's doing too. But it's wide open, BJ3.
Ooh,
Uh,
hey, he just hit T.O. T.O. He ain't phased by it, but this is only round 4. He keep getting hit with them left hooks like that. That shit could be mean. It could be bad
yeah,
for him.
and I'm gonna see if it's the punch that I was just talking about.
Oh, he just hit him with a right.
Okay, that was
Okay,
together.
T.O., you out
That was
there
a quick
looking.
one. He didn't phase him, but it was a little quicker. So maybe
It
but
is
yeah,
odd
man,
to see
T.O.'s
Rolly
coming
moving
forward.
around like this too.
He's not really even landing any shots. If you really look at it,
Yeah,
he just got hit with a right hand.
you couldn't give me the toes, man. Give it to me.
And this is kind of the thing that we was talking to about Dark Side, man. The name of the game is to go out there, BJ3 and box and not to get hit. And that's what Rolly is doing, man. He's out there, he's looking to be the actual boxer. Exactly. I just said that. He's sitting back, not trying to be the aggressor, being actually trying to be a boxer.
Oh, hey, Rolly stepped up. Rolly stepping up now. I think it's gonna get busy. Round 5,
Dark
round 6, they're gonna start
Dark Side
banging.
88 said it's fake aggression. He's not going to get more though. We're gonna see. Who you going with, Dark Side 88?
Yeah, if Tio think that he wanted if he think that he want to trade with him, he just rocked him. If he think he want to trade with Rolly, that's not the game plan. That's what I'm saying. This is not the game plan that I said that it would take for Tio to beat Rolly. I thought he was gonna be bouncing around, doing good boxing, moving side to
A really
side
good
on his
shot.
toes. He's standing flat footed, standing right in front of Rolly and getting hit. Oh, yeah, Tio, he trying to prove himself. This ain't the man. Okay, whatever.
Okay, he said Rolly in the 5 from the get. Okay, well, and once I saw him got in the ring and I looked at the fighter's face, I'm going
He
with
did
Rolly
say that.
too. Even though Timo looks the more aggressive, he's really not doing anything but just coming forward and throwing shots.
He
But that
is.
can
He
all
not.
change. Can Timo keep up the pressure? You know, because at some point his corner is going to have to tell him, man, look, you down 5 rounds, you're going to need the knockout, son.
But here's the thing, though. So Tio is doing what he's trained to do for this fight, right? And Desert Storm, he was saying Tio's gonna have 3 different plans for Rolly. And right now, just like with Shakur, he only has one plan. So if this one plan don't work, he may be in trouble because he's only coming forward and he's flat-footed. Talking about Tio, which is playing right into Rolly's skill level.
Caught with that damn hook.
Twice, left hook and right hand. Yeah. It is odd seeing Rolly go back, but he won in the fight.
That's why he got caught with that shot because he was flat-footed. You know, but look, man, he gonna have to turn it up. He is down pretty much 5 rounds to none. Going into this. Okay, this is the 5th round, so he's down 4 rounds to none. Going into
giving all 4 to Rolly. I mean, that's a rough one. Maybe all 4 to Rolly, or maybe 1 to.
I'm gonna say all 4 to Rolly, man. Pretty much, he's looked the same every round.
You're not lying. It's crazy though, because you don't know what the judge is looking for neither. So I'm gonna give him 1 out of the 4, just because of the aggression. But
yeah, and you know what, BJ3, you're right. And normally I say that, I say, normally you got to give it to somebody who's been an aggressor, especially when shots are really not being landed by both fighters. You know what I mean? Because Rolly, he's not really in there doing anything neither, but he is landing shots. When Timo gets a little bit close in there, Timo's trying to do something, but Rolly, he's doing a good job at throwing counter shots.
Ooh, and he making them pay when he get close enough.
Right, with them counter shots.
Now Rolly's starting to get on him. He bleeding. Tio bleeding from his right eye. He just a left hook. Rolly's hook. Now Tio's backing up. Rolly's on him. Tio is bleeding. Rolly hit him with another left. Ooh, he got his hands down. And he getting hit.
Okay, I saw that shot too.
Oh! Oh!
You better fucking move. He's in trouble. Fuck.
My man did say round 5.
Okay.
He said round 5. Your man's caught. Who said that? Dark side.
Okay, Dark side. Ooh. Look like Rolly buckle too. Okay. Your boy called it.
He did. It's 37 seconds left. Now I want to see what Tio's corner, because he tried to be aggressive.
Okay, Dark Side, you made me right now. You called it.
No, he ain't getting knocked out this round. But
was that a knockdown though? When we go back and look.
Nah, they didn't call him knockdown. He bleeding.
This one your cut man is going to come into play.
When you pay what? You pay some money for that cut man. All right, I want to hear what his dad says.
Okay, Dark Side 88. You almost had it. If you would have put, the house on it, you probably would have lost. But Brody came damn close to.
His dad still don't know what to say. His father in the corner saying, "We needed this."
Yeah, his cut man is the best man in this corner right now.
Right.
But what Timo need to do is now. I'm gonna say he needs to continue doing what he needs to do, because I'm not gonna say he needs to not to be the counter fighter. He needs to continue coming forward and put a little bit more pressure on Rolly. See, I don't think that was a. Let me see.
Ooh.
Was that? Let me see.
All right, we started. We in round 6 on my screen.
What a knockdown there, though.
It wasn't no knockdown. He pushed him.
Right.
He just rocked. He rocked the crap out of him.
Standing A count.
No, he got pushed down. So Tio's back to being aggressive. He ain't changed the plan. his dad was saying some bull crap. This is what we needed. We needed this. This get us hype. And then the other corner man start giving him directions. So
Darkseid
it's
said Rolly wasn't aggressive. He was just following him around. I mean,
Tio gonna have to go ahead and let his dad
old boy
watch
wasn't
from the
aggressive.
side.
He just following Rolly around. I mean, you can kind of say that because he's following him around. You know, look like he's aggressive, but he's not landing any shots. So I can see why you say that, Darkseid 88. You know, but I tell you what, he's going to have to get a lot more aggressive now, though, and make sure some of these punches land. You know,
He's gonna have to
because
get in there. He's gonna have to really mix it up.
yeah.
And that's not what he wants, because you going right into Rolly's power.
So we're gonna see what type of heart Teofimo has, man. He's cut. I mean, the bleeding is still going. They did a decent job at slowing it up, you know. But hey, he's gonna have to start making this this non-aggressive aggressive, you know, to landing some shots.
Yeah, Tio's
You know,
game
but Rolly,
plan
man, hey, look, he
ain't
got a
working.
lot of confidence. You know, he's showboating in there. You know, so Timo, man, he gonna have to turn it up, BJ3, to turn this fight around.
He didn't. I don't know if he got another gear to turn to.
He
I
gonna
think
have to.
from the Shakur fight to this is his turn up.
You know, it looked like, and that's crazy, bro. It looked like
Yeah, he
Rolly
can't
took some lessons from motherfucking
Rolly can't
Shakur
fight, but he can punch, boy. That boy can punch.
and let Timo come to him. You know, that's what he's doing, BJ3. Let
Yeah,
Timo
all
come
day.
to him and just being a counter fighter.
Hit him with that hook and that right hand, that left hook and that right hand. That's all night. He coming in, man.
Man.
What else?
That's
I
like I
mean,
said, man. He took a page out of Shakur book, man. You know, letting the fight come to him, being a counter fighter, and just making sure that you know, when you throw your shots, they stick and they land, and that's what he's doing.
good jab by Lopez. He got a jab in there. Out of all that, the only clean shot I seen it was a jab. Another jab to the body, good jab.
See, Timo, man.
Rolly waiting for him to jump in there and hit him with that left hook. He gonna catch him with that left hook. That's gonna be the end of the fight. It's gonna be the left hook.
Yeah, because he's wide open, man. That left hand is down, and it's wide open for that straight right hand or that straight right hook. Really, both hands is down, real talk.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, you know, so that's why I said at this point, you know, I give every round, and like BJ said, you know, Timo may have won one of the earlier rounds, but, you know, at this point, man, Timo need a knockout. You know, or he's going to get on his second consecutive loss in a row. You know, but we've been on here for 2 hours and 41 seconds, man. I need for y'all to get those likes up. I need for y'all to get them shares up, man. And most of all, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed to the channel, man. We are here watching your boy Rolly Romero versus Teofimo Lopez in our main event tonight.
So Rolly's corner telling him to jab.
Which is smart.
Yeah. But if he keep doing what he's doing, Tio gonna keep running into them shots. So I will let Tio be the aggressor and just keep catching him.
Yeah. They probably telling him why he's backing up at some point, you know, jab backing up too.
Yeah.
You see how he throwing that jab and he kind of throwing it out there, backing it up, you know, just throw it out there. Don't just be fucking backing up.
He's just throwing it up. He's just throwing it.
Yeah, you know, just to keep that nigga on notice.
So it looked like the one guy he gave Tio the first round, and then he gave Tio the fifth round. Looked like.
Okay, there we go, y'all. Okay, so they got him down. They got him only losing 2 rounds. So I mean, he's still in the game. He gonna have to just turn it up a little bit. You know, but that's an unofficial scorecard, you know. But
of course,
you know,
of
but
course.
I'll roll with that. You know, give him the, you know, those were early in the rounds. You know, oh. Okay, good shot.
Yeah, Rolly's left hand is quick as crap. He don't have a whole lot of skill, but he got some pop, and he got some quick
He do.
punches. He got some quick
See, like I
punches.
told you, BJ, you see he trying to come back and counter with that motherfucking straight left hand. He missed it, but he trying to catch him with it. Cause it's right there. And I'm quite sure I'm surprised the corner of Timo have not said nothing like put that motherfucking left hand up. He wide open. You know, because he got it down like he just throwing that jab like crazy, but he's really not. He just getting like Dark Side 88. He just chasing Rolly around at this point.
Now, would you call this running? If it was Shakur, they'd say, "Oh, this is boring. He's running." You know, it's
And that
just
goes back
people.
to what we
People
said, man. It's not running. It's actually boxing.
is back. People,
You
you
know,
know,
letting
they
the fight come to you. You know, then you countering off of what he's doing. And that's
people
what
don't even
Rolly's doing, man.
realize.
Look, he's actually took a page out of Shakur fight. He's letting the fight come to him. He's pretty much only throwing counter shots. You know, a few jabs here and there, you know, and just mainly counter shots. That's it.
In mine,
You know, and people going to say it's running away, but like we said, man, the art of boxing is not to get hit.
right. And Rolly's doing a good job.
You know, see, in this round, you got to get to Teofimo because Rolly, you know, was running, you know, but, you know, you can't call it running. You just call it
His
what it
dad tell
is.
him
It's
he winning
boxing.
every round.
Huh?
His dad just told him he was winning every round.
I mean, he could be, you know, on the judges, on the
Nah,
real
man.
scorecard, he could be
Hell
winning every
no.
round.
How?
You know, but I tell you what,
Oh shoot!
he just lost that round right there, though. Now that round I would get a Timo.
Woo!
That was a good. See, and I told you, I told you that was open all day. That right hand counter is open all day because that left hand of Timo is down. I called it BJ3. It's wide open.
Yeah, yeah,
That's what I call it. It's wide fucking open.
yeah.
You know, but
He
pretty
won.
much that was the only punch he landed that round. So that round I would give to Timo.
T.O.
Teofimo.
Teofimo. Damn, my
Okay, look
channel
like
done
I'm
went out on me.
having some buffering issues going on.
Me too. They didn't
Okay, so it
hit my
must not be
channel up.
me.
They didn't hit my
My shit,
station up.
my shit just paused.
Mine too.
Yeah, let me back out and go to another one.
That's what I'm about to jump out the bag all the way out.
Okay, I'm on be back on. Oh shit. That one. All right, we're having a few technical issues real quick. I'm gonna back out and come back in.
Yeah, mine too. I got two channels and they both doing the same thing.
That's why I just went to my second one right up under it. I will do this shit at the end. I had no issues, no buffering. Again, I'm
They
gonna back
must
out and come
they
over.
must have sent that signal thing out. I used to have, man, I had to redo my whole box. I used to have like 6 or 7 different channels that I would flip through. Stations, not channels. Stations to check out fights. But
Dark Side 88 says Tio needs real trainers. Yeah, I mean
I,
at this
I
point, man.
I'm with him. His dad need to be out the corner. He can train them, but when it comes to the corner talk, he needs somebody else in there because he needs to hear
So
reality.
both of my channels just
And
went out.
when you get beat up around and you come back all bloody, that's what we need. That's what we need. That's not what a fighter need to hear. Um, so you need somebody that's gonna be like, this is what's happening, and this is what you need to do. because he was telling them that he was winning the fight, and there's no way he's winning this fight. Not no, he's not. I'm gonna have to go to another station.
Yeah, well, you guys, it look like we both, me and BJ3, we both having a little technical difficulty. So trying to get everything back in there. Oh, wow,
Let's
they
see.
wiped out my old.
Let's see. Sun TV, TTV, Nova. Let's see if TTV got something. I can't remember the other channels I used to go to. Popular, rated, on the air. Just not one of them. Let's go
Oh,
to.
wow. Understand my old playlist not working. Let me back out. Man, I apologize, guys. I'm definitely having some technical difficulties. It ain't just me, BJ3.
Yeah, me too.
All right, I may be back up. I think I'm back up. So hold on. Let me go to my.
Shake up your shower with a fragrance from every
All right, I might be back on, you guys. Here we go. We back on.
78-74 in favor of
All right, here we go. We are round. Let me see.
for the most part, but the activity of the
Seems they
jab, the effectiveness of the jab.
okay. Well, this is round 9 of 12. Okay, Timo is still coming forward. No, actually, Rolly is coming forward now. He's the aggressive out of the two. You know, 9 for. Okay, I'm back with you, Dark Side. Tito still following Rolly around. You know, yeah, no, he definitely needs a knockout. You know, and he's not short aggressive like he needs a knockout. I don't know what is
He being aggressive, man.
but he definitely needs a knockout.
What round we on?
This
Ninth
is
round.
9 rounds. We're in round 9.
Okay. Still needs turn.
Yep. So Timo is still trying to be the aggressive, following Rolly around. You know, Rolly is looking. You know, right now they're in the middle of the round. Rolly kind of showboating. You know, popping the jab. You know, Rolly got a lot of confidence now.
Right.
You know, out there showboating, popping that jab up, extending the jab. You know, Timo, man, he don't have it this fight. This fight pretty much is over with, man. I don't think Rolly is going to allow him to be able to come in there to land any clean flush shots because he haven't landed any thus far. You know, so I can't see it happening. You know, I mean, he has the puncher's chance. You know, but in my opinion, now Rolly is stepping up, being the aggressor. You know, maybe that can change something for Timo. Maybe he needs to let Rolly come. You know, I mean, he'll be the counter fighter and see where he can land. You know, because the first style of fighting, that first game plan did not go well for him, BJ3.
Right.
You know, are you back up?
No, man, mine ain't back up still.
Okay, so yeah, you know, so they're in the middle of the round, man. Timo still coming forward. Rolly still looking to be the counter fighter. He's out there with a lot of. Okay, Timo just caught him with a good shot, good left hand. You know, but Rolly out there showboating, man. He's feeling good.
Showboating.
Shit. You know, so that's the end of the 9th round. Getting ready to go into the 10th and champions last 2 final rounds.
Well, they're 3, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know what? I'm tripping. Yeah, I was still on the last fight. Yep. So we still got 3 rounds to go. So we are not. If this is, these are definitely the championship rounds, 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah.
You know, but Rolly got this fight, man. Really, only thing he needs to do is continue doing what he's doing, unless he wants to go for the stop. You know, do you think he need to go for the stop, BJ3, or just continue fighting like how he's fighting? You know, being a counter fight.
I think Rolly's content with winning. Even when he fought Garcia, he didn't go for the kill, and Garcia just stayed back away from him. I think this would be the same type of situation. But if
Okay.
Rolly want to put his name out there, this is a good time to do it.
It's that fight to do it. Yeah, it is. You know, and even still, I think even if he went the 12 round distance, it still is a good name.
He still look
You know,
good.
on the
Yeah,
record for Rolly.
yeah, I agree. It's gonna be a good win for Rolly.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
All right, I'm back up.
There we go. There we go. You know, because pretty much, you know, he just did what Shakur did, but just in a different approach. You know, he won 12 rounds and beat him. You know, that's listen. At the end
Yeah,
of the day, a win is a win, no matter how you do it, knockout or
yeah,
12 rounds.
period. Yeah, Shakur beat him with a jab. He didn't let him. He didn't let him get in.
Right.
Um, this is a little different. The cut
Yeah,
then kind of slowed
Rolly
down a little
just
bit.
beating him with counter shots, man. Countering, you know, like I said, maybe a
Yeah,
jab here and there, but pretty much just counter right hands and hooks.
yeah. Them Tio is still like what's the man dark side said
Dark
Tio
side
still
88.
following him around, but it's not good aggression.
Right,
He's not doing things to get because Rolly moving. You know what I'm saying? He's not standing there letting them do no combination. As soon as he get in, Rolly start moving.
right. And I see that cut
So
is starting to
yeah,
reopen and bleeding again. But for
hey,
the
them white
most
pants.
part, it's not bad enough for them to stop it. We
No,
two
no, no.
rounds before the 12th and final round. You know, Rolly's
Yeah,
starting to
but the
come.
white
No,
pants
that's
ain't white
still
no
Tio
more.
still going forward, being aggressive. Though, man, he's really not like Dark Side 88 said. He's just following, rolling around, taking shots.
He
Okay,
ain't
good,
doing
good
nothing.
right hand. That was almost a good right hand. He didn't land cleanly, but it's something. I didn't like right here.
Some of the commentators saying that Rolly is not doing enough.
Enough for what? Not to win? Because he's definitely
Tio
winning
just
the
landed
fight.
an overhand right.
They saying he's not doing enough. What? Not to be winning the fight? Because he's
Yeah, they
definitely
said
winning the
they
fight.
said they like, does he think he winning? Because he's not doing enough. That's what the
Oh, wow.
commentators just said.
Ooh, okay, good. That was a good, that was Rolling kind of that. Yeah, man, he just chasing them around, man. That's it.
He ain't landing nothing.
Okay, yeah, he's not at all. You know, okay, so that was the end of the 10th round. T.O. definitely gonna have to come out, man, swinging for the fences if he expects to win this fight. Yeah, man. I'm not gonna say it's been an action-packed fight, but it's been a pretty entertaining fight, I
There we
should
go.
say, the
You're
most.
just looking at every second. Not, you don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay, now that was a good right here. You know, but what he didn't land it flush, like I
You
said.
know.
You know, but come back with that left hook.
Okay, good. The other person telling me got to win the last 2 rounds.
You should be telling me to knock out. Shit. All right, 2 rounds to go. We're gonna see what T.O. got. Can T.O. pull it out? Dark Side 88. Jerry Rivera made a comment. He said West Side. Okay, West Side. West Side of Detroit, baby. What side? What side of the West Side you on, my guy?
Why they saying that?
City, what state?
Because he ain't been doing that since he's been around.
Rolly?
That's what they're saying. That everything kind of
So
slowed
they
down.
saying
But
Rolly
he's
is
still
losing?
winning. But he's
The other
still.
guys win during those rounds when he's not doing nothing.
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it.
That's what they said.
Yeah. Yeah, the commentator saying that Rolly not doing nothing.
Not anymore.
I mean, the last few rounds he's
They're
not,
saying
but he was
I
up.
don't see that.
Okay,
Teofimo
Darkside
is
88 said Tio suffered way more damage than with Shakur. This what James meant. Okay, I'm not gonna disagree with you. You know, okay, so
man.
they still got
It was a
Roman.
clear.
Oh
It was
wow,
a
they got
clear.
Lopez. They got your boy up. They got
That's
him
what
up
I'm
4 rounds.
saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They got Tio. The commentators got Tio winning the fight.
They do. Wow. Hey, Darkside 88, do you see what the commentators got Rolly losing? They got Tio up the last 4 rounds. He's up. That's what I said. I think they get Darkside 88 say they get that shit back. But that's what I'm saying too. You know, but they got him up and they're talking that. You know, but he has been aggressive coming forward, you know, but I don't see what they've been seeing. You know,
I
hopefully the
agree.
judges don't see it the same way. You know, because if that's the case, Rolly needs a motherfucking knockout.
Right. And here's the thing. That's what I was saying. Because he's being aggressive, if it's a close round, they may just give it to
Darkside
the
88
aggressive.
said Daz in is on the is in on the robbery. The zone is in on the robbery, I should say. Yeah, well, we don't saw the zone rob plenty of motherfuckers. Ooh, he just caught Rolly with that right hand. I don't know, BJ3.
We know
Because I tell
Rolly
you
don't have the
what,
best
these last
machine.
2 rounds can take away what we thought in the referee's eyes. And he just caught Rolly. Listen, I don't know, Darkside 88. T.O. starting to come on these last 3 rounds.
He's
You
gonna
know,
have
but
to.
and I'm gonna still keep it real though. Rolly, he just caught T.O. with a good hook. Rolly is
He like
still, in my
Deontay
opinion, winning
Wilder.
this fight, but he needs to step it up, you know, and do something. Okay, T.O. starting to come on. We may see something in this last round. You know, Darkside 88 said the zone is in on the robbery. I don't know, man. You know, T.O. has stepped it up the last
You
few rounds.
think
It's been a
I
good
get that
fight.
with your Tio? I get that round with Tio for sure.
He said they got to be in the middle of the ring. This is it, man. Is this the 12th and final BJ3? Ooh, caught him with a good shot, but Rolly came back with that hook. So he really didn't end on that one. Okay, what round is this?
It's about to be 11 or
This
12 for
is
sure.
the 12th and final, you guys. 12th and final round. We're going to see if T.O. can bring it out of him. We're going to see what Rolly got. Here we go, BJ3. T.O. coming out.
It's round 12.
This is it. Now, Rolly definitely got his track shoes on. You know, fighting like he got this fight won.
His corner just told him he need to fight in the middle of the ring.
Yeah, I heard that part. He do. Darkside 88 said, okay, let's get it. Yeah, listen. Rolly got to do something this round, you know, because the last 3 rounds he has lost, maybe 4.
You think so?
Yes. T.O. he don't brought it the last 3 rounds he has won. You know, this could be the 4th in a row. See, I agree with what Rolly Traders are saying. Get in the middle of the ring and fight, because right now, at this point, it looks like you just fucking running the last 3 rounds. You know, so who would you give it to? A motherfucker that's just running and that's really not landing nothing? You know, a motherfucker that's trying to be aggressive and landing something.
Yeah, Rolly's an odd dude.
Yeah, he is. You know, we got a minute and 12 left in this 12th round. T.O., listen, and I'm going to keep it real. T.O., you know, no one's really landing any shots in this round, but if I had to give it to somebody, I would say T.O. because he's throwing the more shots. He's more of the aggressor. You
Yeah,
know,
he moving
Rolly
them
is
back.
only looking to counter fight when he's throwing shots.
I say this
He's
is gonna be
looking
a
more
pretty
like
close fight.
Shakur.
I don't know about that, but this is
I mean,
pretty.
as far as just running and just trying not to be hit. And he don't look like him in no way of like class or anything like that. You know, as far as just with the track shoes on, that's what he's looking like. But he's just not throwing that jab. He's just looking to counter throw that right hand. That's it. Yeah, listen, BJ3, he done lost the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, and if we gave Rolly the first 4,
I'm gonna say
and
this,
gave
it's
Tio
probably
the
gonna be a
last
draw.
4, right? It's gonna be a close one.
Oh
Do you
man,
say
this is
that
crazy.
Rolly
How
loses
short
belt over
and
this
how
fight?
quick these fights turn around. Dark Side 88.
It's
Tell
over.
me what you got. You said Rolly in 5, but from what I saw, I wouldn't be mad if it was a draw. You know, because Rolly, he really didn't impress me in this fight, man. He was a counter fighter, which he looked good, you know, but in the later rounds, these last 4 rounds, he did not impress me. He actually ran.
Yeah, he didn't. He should have at some point. He should have kind of got aggressive.
Dark Side 88 said 8-4 Rolly. You know, that's what it looked like earlier, you know, but so you said so he said Rolly won the first 8 and then Timo won the last 4 because he did, in my opinion, win the last 4. You know, the commentators even said that even in the earlier rounds, they gave 2 or 3 of those to your boy Timo, man. So your boy Rolly could be down. You know, because you never know, like they say, what the judge is going to say, who's going to be the aggressor. But you know, we'll see. You know, in the cut, man, they did a really good job on keeping that cut, you know, maintained to the point where they didn't have to bring the doctors in at all to question to stop the fight or not. So, you know, the cut man is definitely, you know, did his job tonight. You know, but
Yeah,
it was
he earned
it
his
was a
money.
good, entertaining fight, man. You know, at the end. You know, I thought Rolly, in my opinion, I wouldn't be mad if Rolly won the fight. You know, or I wouldn't be mad if they gave it to Timo, man.
So tell me this: do you think that Tio did enough to take the belts?
I'm gonna say no. That's the only reason why I would not give it to him. I don't think he did enough to take the fight.
So you give it a draw, and the champ
I'll give it to draw
retain the
if
belts.
Rolly keeps his belt,
Yeah, I agree.
and then do it, and we'll do a rematch.
Do you want a rematch?
If you Rolly, if you Rolly, I would say yeah, I'll do a rematch, meaning that he really didn't hurt Rolly at all in this fight. It really was an easy fight for Rolly until the last
All right, here we
4
go. Here
rounds.
we go.
Here we go.
Majority decision. Hold on, I'm gonna take you out my ear real quick. 114, 114. Woo!
Wow. Hey, I just said that. Hey, Dark Side 88 said Rob. Listen, he won the last 4 rounds, BJ3,
Hey,
but
he was
majority of the
aggressive.
decision that was he did get robbed. It definitely was a robbery. But you know, you
I don't
can't
know,
beat the
man.
champion like that. You know, he was the aggressor, but he wasn't landing a lot of shots. You know, that pretty much was, you know, a bold-faced robbery. You know, but man, look, like I said, I just said it before they announced it. I said I wouldn't be mad if either fighter won. I would have called it a draw and gave Rolly the belt back, meaning that, you know, Teofimo didn't hurt Rolly at all this fight.
Yeah.
You know, but look, man, it was a good fight, man. Rolly and like, hey, the commentators called it. BJ3, they called it. They said Rolly is running, you know, like he's winning this fight, which he was losing. You know, so maybe they saw something that we didn't see. BJ3, the commentators called it. You know, and they were right on, man. You know, we both were wrong.
I agree. I had him. I had Rolly winning more rounds, but I knew
I
that
did in the
the
beginning,
aggression
but
was
I really
could
sat
be
here and
different.
watched the last 4 rounds, and I'm like, wow, Tio, he actually winning these last few rounds and won. Mm, wow, came back and won that world title. Yeah, man. Well, look, I guess we're gonna hear from Roland, then we can go in there and close it out. But hey, you know, Dark Side 88, man. You know, that just show you how quick a fight can turn around, you know, because I will give the last 4 rounds to Tio,
Tio.
man. He did win those last 4 rounds, you know. So, and like I said earlier, some of the commentators gave him some of the earlier rounds. So if so, he will be winning this fight. But I'll be honest, man. If you ask my honest opinion, who won this fight, if I, you know, I will have to give it to Rolly. But Tio was the aggressor, man. The whole fucking fight. You know, I don't know if he saw. I don't know if the judges saw gave it to him because he was the aggressor the whole fight, but he was the aggressor. He I'm not gonna say he landed the most shots neither, man. He threw more shots, but you know, at the end of the day, man, we're just gonna all have to go and watch the fight and watch it again and you know and see what happens. You know, but I thought Rolly landed more shots.
Especially cleaner shots.
Yeah. You know, but hey, he was right. But BJ3, man, give everybody your last thoughts, man. Give everybody your opinion on this fight, man. You know, we both thought Rolly was winning this fight, but he lost. You know, but let everybody know, man, where they can reach you and what you got going on, BJ3. You hear me, BJ3?
What'd you say?
I said, let everybody know, man, where they can reach you and what you got going on.
Man, I'm all over the place, man. I'm trying to be a blessing to people, families, individuals, businesses. I specialize in retirement planning, creating generational wealth, setting up elders with their money just sitting around, setting up young people with NIL money so they'll be millionaires for the rest of their life. They don't blow it. You know, making sure people's retirement is the way they want it to be. One of my favorite things is showing parents how to make their babies millionaires. So,
There we
like you
go.
say, generational wealth, life insurance, college planning, retirement planning, you know, anything that come to money, that's what I do, man. I can be reached on my cell phone, 773-398-5658. Get at me.
Okay, again, and I want to thank you again, BJ, for coming on, giving me your thoughts. You know, giving your opinion on tonight's fights. And Dark Side 88 said, "Good show, fellas." And I want to thank Dark Side 88 and everybody else who made a comment
Yeah.
tonight's fight. You know, and make sure that you get with BJ3, man. Like he said, he's changing lives. He's also getting everybody prepared financially, far as advising and things like that. You know, and then also, you know, for life insurance and things like that. So don't wait until it's too late. You know, get ahead of the game. Get with BJ3, man. He's changing lives over there. So again, I want to thank everybody who joined us on the fight. And Darkside 88, if you have not hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. I want to thank everybody who's come on to the channel, who watched the fight with us, man. It's been a good night, of boxing. We were well entertained, and that's all I wanted to see. BJ3 is a good fight. We saw a good, entertaining fight. Like I said, I'm going to go and watch this fight again and get a better thought, at watching the fight without, just having to entertain. But other than that, man, it was a good fight. Rolly, man, and Darkside 88 said Rolly should have not let the judges he should have not let the judges get to he should have not let the fight get to the judges. He was a little Shakurish. Okay, and I didn't have my I was kind of blocking, so that's what
Hey, he just don't like Shakur at all.
He was a little Shakur, and I said that at the end he was a little Shakurish, so I'm gonna put that up so everybody can see that. So, and I'm gonna read it again because I really couldn't see that, so I can get that right. So he said Rolly should have let it get to the judges. He was a little Shakurish. So yes, he was.
I don't know about
at the end, he let it get into the hands of the judges, and he lost the fight.
I wouldn't categorize it as Shakurish, because Shakurish is a master skill for boxing, and Rolly was just moving out the way.
I know what he meant by that. He meant by running. And I kind of said that. Remember when I said that, I said he kind of looking like Shakur, with the running, but I said not skill wise, But look, again, I want to thank everybody for coming on to the show, man. It's been a good night, great night, and everybody have a great rest of your night and a great weekend. It's been a good one. It's another one. It's your boy Dame D, and I am out.
All right, peace. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.